Damn, I forgot the mic. I forgot the mic. Welcome everyone, welcome. Let's see. What can we do here? Hold on a minute. I was ill prepared, actually. I thought it's gonna be in the evening time. First, let me just do this. Gonna do music volume. Yeah, just remove the music for now. And we'll be going through the Heidel bowl notice. We got 15 minutes before it starts. Welcome, guys. Let's see how this sounds. That should be good. That should be good. All right. I'll be right back. I'm back. Had to munch on something. Guys, this Mises guy that came out earlier has a whole... Literally... They have a whole... What do you call it? What do you call it? They have a whole AI art band. I think it's what it's called. It's called Bio Isekai Music. Hold on, let's see if we can find it. Isekai, no. Let's see if we can find it like this. Isekai. Ah, here it is. It's probably like that. Yeah. They have a whole project going on themselves. It's like, I believe it's AI art. I have no idea, AI music generated stuff, but it's actually sounding ridiculously good. Sounds ridiculously well. We got 11 minutes left. You know what I'm gonna do? I mean, the best thing to do is actually fish right now. So. The best thing to do in the game, anyways. Let me fix my chat real quick. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome guys. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Turn this on here. Yeah, we're ready. Twitch chat is going nuts already. I can't wait, honestly. I seriously can't wait. The amount of things they're gonna tell us today has never been as many. This is gonna be the biggest Heidel ball ever in the history of video. What they will tell us is crazy. It's gonna be insane. Alright, I'm fully set. Yeah, I think I'm fully set. That's good. Bro, I just can't wait for cinematics and cutscenes and lore and content, really. Can't wait for all of that. I just hope I don't get copyright struck. Because that is prone to happen with PA being PA. God, look at how good this character is. Looks like Draconic kind of. Let's see, do I have everything? Yes, I do. That's cool, Michael. No, we won this in 1080. What do you mean? We won this in 1080. Eight more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 8 more minutes. God, I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, I've been waiting for the past month. I've barely done any grinding in video. It's a rare occurrence for me right now to grind. I'm mainly fishing, working, real life, just taking so much of my time. And the only interest, kind of really consistent interest that I have is with the lore of the game. Bro, people probably look at me like some weirdo because of the lore stuff. Like, video has no lore, what are you talking about? Yes, of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I hesitated into making a bingo. I was like, that's the most cliche thing in video. Everybody makes those bingos. And it's like, yeah, you know, 70, 80, 90% of them are wrong. And then I just went with the things that we are definitely going to be getting. If they give us Wukong and then they say they're going to give us Necromancer and they tease us up a little bit. And if I end up being correct on the Necromancer prediction, precisely how it's gonna come into BDO, oh, that's gonna be a very big moment for my channel. Oh, that's gonna be so great. That's gonna be great. Ba-pow, ba-pow, ba- 6 minutes. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, that looks so good, actually. With the black star. Oh, Clove. I know Clove. I think they're a content creator, actually. That's cool, Deadeye. It's so cool how people take those screenshots and just commit to a very cool collage, in a sense, PA that is. Can't wait. I just want to get all the good stuff. There's gonna be... This is usually like the big catch-up from what happened in Calphi. It's the big catch-up from Calphion Ball, and the big announcements are actually in Calphion Ball, but it seems like this year they're gonna make ship for it. They're gonna make ship for it because, like, how do you have so much content prepared and not speak about it is beyond me. I think we gotta amp up, let's keep it on 38. The amount of things that is coming, guys, you have no idea. What I have seen before many other have seen is crazy. Crazy. Things that I'm mostly looking forward to, obviously Adania, but also Dawnbreak, personally. I just want to see where they take the game. The thing which I'm mostly interested in is where they take the game, because BDO doesn't have a lot time left of this first arc. We have about a year and a half of the first arc. A year and a half, guys. Which means that after that, we don't know what's gonna happen. So the idea here is these guys really have to deliver onto the next ball. It's not just Heidel Ball. This needs to set it up for the future Calphion Ball, which is going to be at the end of the year, October, September, November, depending on when they want to do it. And from then on, it is sky the limit, pretty much. Sky is the limit. The amount of content that we will be receiving in Edania and Dawnbreak. Wow. They're going out big, and I'm noticing it. I'm seeing PA go out in different ways. This typically happens in the 7-year life cycles. Do you guys know about this? There is this 7-year theory where a thing, a being, a creation changes every 7 years. And every 7 years you're no longer the same as a person. If you think about it. Every 7 years, it's like it's a drastic change. It's okay. That's really cool, by the way. That's really cool. Oh, that's so cool. So BDO is for North America and EU. It passed its 7th year, and I'm seeing such a change within the philosophy of the game. It's actually super interesting to witness because they have never put any emphasis on lore up until recently. They're moving a storyline. It's like they're making a game finally. Which is super cool to me. I love it. Okay, that was that. That's an archer. That's such a cool archer. What's up, cuz? Hello, dude. Good morning to you too as well. I get that most of my audience is European, and we actually thought this is gonna be in PM hours, but then PA didn't do a good job announcing it in AM hours. So. Yes, hopefully it shines. Oh, I'm sure it's gonna shine. PA are gonna deliver. They're gonna deliver. I have no doubt about it. I have seen shit. I have seen things, dude. You're a year behind? Holy moly, you have missed so much. They're finally making a game out of video. Do you think we can see other class after Wukong in this belt? Probably yes. They have the tendency to make the announcement of the new class after the announcement of the current class. Like what they did with, what was before Deadeye, guys? They said before Dosa, yeah. When they shot out Dosa, they said that they're looking into making a gunner class. Storm, I don't think it's an unfinished plot. We're getting desert content soon, and one of the content pieces was actually leaked within the game already. They have put it in. Can you full screen? Yes, we will. Uh-oh. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Hold on, I got you. Lukita. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. This is so cool. Mountain of Eternal Winter. Dragon? Oh, we're going backwards. Is this the announcement from minus 1,000 years ago? Hold on, let's see. Calpheon, yeah. Balanos? Yep, this is the night which Kefris rose up. Ancient Stone Chamber? Nah, they're not gonna do another one. Yes, this is the 1,000 years ago, dude. I'm pretty sure it is. Come on. Tease us. Oh, you stupid. Oh, you stupid. Almost had me there. I hope everybody that spams R in the chat fails their next taps. Guys, how's the ratio to sound video?
Hello everyone and welcome to Heidel Ball 2025. My name is CM Endlave, I'm one of your hosts, and joining me today is CM Kazaka and CM Knox.
Hello, I'm CM Kazaka and I'm super excited to be here. Let's have some fun today.
Yeah.
Hello adventurers, I'm CM Knox and we're excited, I think, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It
God,
is
I can't
time. It is an absolute pleasure to be here with you all, chat. I hope you're all very excited. We've got a lot of exciting stuff on the way today. I am very excited. Obviously, we know what's going to go on and how it's going to work today for the first time at a Heidel Ball or a Calpheon Ball. Essentially, we have our jobs is going to pretty much go over the updates that are being said in Korean, and we will be basically telling you what it is in English.
Oh, I'm so excited. Come on.
And clearly as possible. So we do hope that we will
Hopefully.
we'll do our best. And yeah, just sit back, relax, and type Poggy Woggies in chat. You guys are happy with an update. But yeah, we're really excited, guys. So it's going to be awesome. Absolutely.
In today's stream, we'll be kind of splitting the roles of each of the MCs.
Yeah.
And, if we'll try our best, of course, to make sure we're translating as live, seamlessly.
Wait,
as
isn't
possible.
CM
So we'll
Zarka
understand
Spanish?
It is a live broadcast, so there's always
Yes,
chance for
yes.
I don't understand. So
The odd
I
bit of
think
ad lib.
we're bringing our guests on stage, so let's
Yeah.
transition back.
Okay.
Oh, there are guests on stage.
Let's take a look.
Oh, the Jays.
And on stage, we're welcoming our heads Chasuk and Wansu.
Oh, it's.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jesuk is the guy
Hello,
who
I'm
is in
Jesuk,
charge with the
head of
story,
Black
but
Desert
I'm not
Live
entirely sure.
Service. He's ad-libbing.
And I'm Wansu Yang, head of Black Desert Game Design.
Yeah, I think he is in charge of the plot, yeah, and the story.
It's been 6 months since we last saw you. How have you been?
I've been doing well.
Me too. I've been working hard getting ready for today.
Oh, there's some
Fine.
little bit of
Ah.
ad-libbing here where they're
Yeah,
joking like,
this
"Oh,
is
you're
the,
looking
this is the part.
good."
Sometimes we
The
might
guy
go
in the
ahead
middle
and
is a
lie
community
or two,
manager for PA.
chat,
Yeah.
but
I'm
yeah,
coming from the future.
I think it was.
that's because of
I
the
think it's
ad.
called.
So something
I think he's
special
CM
about this
Velia.
Heidel Ball is not actually occurring in the capital region, but on Tejon actually.
God, I'm so excited. I can't wait, guys. I don't know about you.
Up until now, the ball has always been held in the capital region, and honestly, seeing adventurers travel long distances just to
10,000
attend always
people.
left me feeling a bit sorry. So we've been wanting to hold a ball in a different region for a long time, and today we finally made it happen, right here in Daejeon, the heart of Korea. It feels really special, and more than anything,
No, I
want
love
to
it.
sincerely thank all of you who came out in person today. We've got a lot of exciting summer updates to share with you, so whether you're here with us on site or tuning in online, I hope you enjoy the show and have a great day.
I'm chugging on the Coca-Cola. I'm ready,
Video
dude.
of Adania, and we're officially unveiling it today.
Oh yes.
That's right, we're officially unveiling it today.
Oh yes.
Adania, at last, I think. I think a lot of our adventurers have been waiting, and
Yeah. That's right, we know many of you have been waiting, so we've been working very
Oh,
hard.
I've
to
been
bring it to
waiting so
life.
much,
We hope
dude.
today's announcements will be exciting for everyone.
I think we could
Oh,
all say that
my
we're
eyes
all
are
hyped.
watering.
But I think today's video had scenes from the old main quest, and
Yes.
it did bring back memories, but were there any deeper meaning to that?
Well, I wouldn't say it's anything too symbolic, but Adania is actually the final chapter in Black Desert's Act 1. So we
Exactly.
just wanted to take a moment to look back on the journey so far.
When in this video it starts in Adania, then time seems to rewind all the way back to the ancient stone chamber. What's the meaning behind that?
That was intentional. It's a symbolic way to set the tone for today's updates. The new
Alright.
region, Edania, is meant
Alright.
to be a new pinnacle, a destination to strive for. In the past, we've designed new regions to be as accessible as possible, so that more adventurers could enjoy them. But this time,
Alright.
it's different. Even veteran players will find Edania challenging,
Okay.
right from the start.
Okay.
You'll need real growth, real preparation to go deeper.
All right.
It's not just another expansion, it's a true end game region. We want it to feel like
Whoa.
a place you look at and think, one day I want
I
to
see.
go there.
Oh, that's so
I'm going
cool.
to conquer that place and make it mine.
Come to think of it, previous regions like Morning Light were quite beginner friendly too, so why'd start today's update story back at the ancient stone chamber?
I know why. I am aware why. I know why they do it.
The ancient stone chamber is the symbolic starting point of every adventurer's journey. So today's update follows the same path, starting as a rookie, getting used to the game, growing step by step, and eventually reaching Adania. We'll be presenting updates for every stage of the journey, with something meaningful for everyone, for newcomers to veterans.
Okay.
Ah, I see it now. So today's theme is all about the road to Adania, a journey step by step. I think I like
Okay.
that. But I have to ask, is there no new class announcement today?
The ad
There's
lib.
been rumors flying around, I think everyone's seen it. And people seemed almost sure it was going to be Wukong.
The ad lib is
Oh
insane.
yes, we do have a new character. Last winter, I made my debut alongside Deadeye as a new class myself, if you remember. And today,
Yeah.
we prepared another new class, but we'll be saving that for the very end of today's reveal.
Okay.
It's
It's been 6 months, so I guess I'm an old class now.
all right. Now I guess we'll hand the stage over to you, both, and then they'll be sharing all the updates.
Show me everything. Come on, dude.
Shall we begin?
I'm so
Let's
excited.
begin, chat. Let's get ready. Let's prepare.
Show me everything. Show me everything. I need to see it all.
As Jessup mentioned earlier, today's Heidel Ball is all about the adventurer's journey in Black Desert, from the ancient stone chamber all the way to Adania. There are
I'm
4
so
main
locked
chapters
in.
covered, each with its own theme.
Okay.
So let's jump into chapter 1.
All right.
Okay, the journey begins.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1. I'd like to begin today's reveal under the theme, The Journey Begins. We chose the theme because we wanted to share the excitement of starting a new game, helping new adventurers starting in the game filled with this
Alright.
anticipation get accustomed to the world is something we consider very important. So, we've been offering various benefits and tracking how effective they are. But we
Okay.
noticed an interesting pattern this year. While those who adapted quickly grew at an impressive pace, there were still many who struggled to get familiar with the game, a clear divide in player experience. So, going forward, we want to re-examine the entire early game journey and focus on improving areas that are
Nice.
more confusing.
Actually good.
Chat, stop spamming now. Come on, this is important stuff. So
The
first,
chat
let's
is...
talk
They're
about UI
stupid
improvements.
idiots. They don't know
One
what
of the
they're
most
doing.
common feedback from new adventurers is that there's too much information on the screen. In particular, notifications about enhancements or items constantly pop up at the top of the screen and overwhelm the players. And the world map displays so many icons and functions at once, making it difficult for new
Okay.
adventurers to navigate the map through this sea of info, let alone figure out how to use them.
So they're going to
So,
simplify the
first
beginner journey.
improvement is the upper screen notifications. We're separating usual notifications from unnecessary ones, ensuring that the new adventurers aren't
Oh, actually,
overwhelmed
that's good.
and only see what they truly need. For
Okay,
example,
that's good.
things that are not needed in the early parts of the game, such as other adventurers' item enhancement and rare drops, will be displayed by default, while info required for progress such as Black Spirit notifications will be enabled by default. We also know that the veteran adventurers must have found the top notifications inconvenient at times.
Yes,
For
indeed.
example, after a long cooking session, all the cooking complete messages would flood the screen at once.
Yep.
Or when multiple world bosses appeared simultaneously, the notifications could get mixed up and confusing.
Every time.
We will address these issues as well as through this update. The top notifications will be synchronized with your most recent actions to prevent the notifications from piling up and display instantly. And their effect has also been shortened and cleaned up to reduce visual clutter. Additionally, several issues related to notifications were fixed. On top of this, in response to popular demand, you'll be able to enable and disable guild members' enhancement notifications on your screen
Nice.
and chat.
Okay, that's bog. That's good.
Okay, nice. We're starting off with a QOL.
Next, I would like to introduce the improvements to the world map UI. We think even veteran adventurers will really appreciate this one. You'll be able to see where your old family characters are directly on the world map at a glance. Before, if you wanted to check where your alts were, you had to open the end-game menu or go to the character selection screen. Some players even replace their portraits with world boss images to see where they are parked.
True.
Now you can simply click Manage Family Character icon at the top right of the world map to check their locations anytime.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Basically,
pretty nice,
you can just see
actually.
everything on the world map now.
Pretty cool. Let's take a look at the video.
All right. Oh, you can actually check where they are now. Okay.
But-
Oh, that's
wow,
really
it's
cool.
kind of all your
Okay.
characters in a list. Oh, that's neat.
That is nice. It
Oh,
shows
that's nice.
where
That's
they
where
are
they
in the
are.
region, though.
That's cool. We like that.
That's nice. Yeah.
So it seems they're displayed by region.
AP enhancements,
That's quite true,
horses.
When you zoom out, you see them.
So like each region has like a number that shows how many characters are.
As we saw in the video, all your family characters' locations are displayed by region and can also be clearly seen on the world map. They will be grouped together as you zoom in and out. And selecting a character from the list on the right instantly moves the camera to their location. If the characters are grouped together, they will be highlighted with an effect. All the features that could be found in the Escape Endgame menu will be available here too. Even the character's energy stacks and mounts can be viewed from the character list on the right. Their inventory can also be seen by selecting them from the list, and this is the most important feature. Through this feature, you no longer need to change to another character in your family to move them to a desired location. Rather than explaining in detail, let's go ahead and watch a video.
Alright, let's see.
Okay. There's a lot of nice quality of life stuff at the moment, chat.
Yeah. Seems decent.
Okay.
Oh. So each character has a sub menu where you can choose to move them or you can choose to switch to them.
that's
Oh,
nice.
okay, that's nice actually.
Ooh, there, and it's by nodes as well.
Yeah, you can move them through nodes now too.
Yeah, so it's not just
Oh, that's
Well,
actually
you know.
super cool.
it's not just the main city now. You can actually move them to a node.
You can just take one alt and move it for every spawning
nice.
boss appropriate
That's nice.
node.
It's all nice having everything in one UI now.
That's literally gonna shrink boss timers. You're just gonna have an alt for bosses.
Next,
One.
as you can see,
You're just gonna
previously
move
the character could only
Perfect.
be moved between towns. This feature now allows characters to be moved to nodes as well, meaning you can place your characters where world or field bosses spawn, and for many other convenient purposes. Please
Absolutely.
note that the travel time remains the same as before, and moving between towns is free, but moving to nodes will cost a small amount of silver.
Doesn't matter to me personally.
That's nice. I like that.
I like that too.
Next,
yeah.
I would like to talk about streamlining the world map UI. As we were developing the grouping feature on zoom-ins and outs for the management of family characters, we took this opportunity to clean up one of the most confusing aspects of the world map, the knowledge icons.
Yep.
Honestly, I was doing the knowledge runs myself. Those icons were often hard to spot. I would constantly zoom in, tilt the map around. We'll improve that so you can see how much knowledge you are still missing in an area.
Oh,
which should
yes.
make things a lot easier.
That's awesome.
That's nice.
Wow.
That will help
The
your
roadmap
contribution
is an essential
energy.
UI for adventuring and offers many features, but we have heard from many new adventurers that is still too complicated. With that in mind, we have made some major changes. First, we have separated the main menu from the sub-menu. The filter at the top focuses on most frequent used options, making it much more intuitive to turn it on and off.
That's so
We have
good.
also enhanced node list and search functions, so you can find the information you need more easily. Also, the secondary menus in the bottom right have been removed to the top left, streamlining the overall visual flow. With the knowledge icons better organized, we'll keep refining the map to make it more user-friendly and polished overall.
I like this kind of unification or integration of everything so far.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks really good.
Okay. Next, I'd like to introduce the new integrated event page. Previously, you'd have to check the website to see what was going on. Then open
That's
the
really
quests
good.
window to accept the event quest. Sometimes, open the world map to find the location and get dice from the bottom right menu. The process wasn't as user-friendly, making it hard to keep track of the events, big or small. So, as you can see on the screen now, you'll be able to view all event information in-game. You can view a full list of ongoing events at a glance. Use the button to get directions to the event location, or accept the starting quest directly.
That's awesome.
It was also difficult to see how much time was left for each event. But now, events are about to end will be marked with an icon, helping you prioritize which event to do before they expire. That's actually really nice.
Up next, we're going over the buff UI.
Next is something we
Buff
briefly
UI?
introduced in
You'll
our
be able to
last.
see your buffs from the Mine Information page. From Combat XP
Ah,
to Life XP,
okay.
a total of 33 different buffs will be displayed, so you can view everything at a glance without having to search for every buff.
That's nice. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
And when you select a specific buff, you'll get detailed information on where the buff is coming from. For example, if you choose Mounted EXP, you'll see exactly how it's being applied from your character's base effects and pets to advanced, training levels, and mastery.
Nice,
It will
actually.
also display how much buff is calculated so you can clearly understand how each one is working.
Oh,
That's pretty nice.
That's really nice.
I knew this was going on, by the
Might
way.
seem a bit complex at first, but given how vast Black Desert's content is,
That
we believe that
formula,
having accurate
I've heard
detailed
about it.
info is essential. The new buff UI is built to make sure you're not missing anything, and will continue improving systems like this in future updates too.
That's awesome. That's good. That's awesome.
Okay. That's really nice. Next is the enhancement UI improvements. There are two major changes. First,
Okay.
a dedicated enhancement material storage, and second, a clearer and more intuitive update to enhancement terms and functions.
Okay.
Currently, materials like Advice of Valks and Valk's Cry are scattered across characters and also take up space in your Pearl inventory. With the
They do.
update, there'll be a new enhancement inventory. Items such as Cronstones, Advice of Valks,
That's a W.
Valk's Cry, Fairy's
That's
Blessing,
worthy of a
and
W.
will automatically be stored in this inventory. This
That's a
inventory
huge
can
W.
be accessed by your entire family, and the items can be
Good
used
W.
directly from it without needing to manually move them. It will be
Really
especially
good.
helpful for managing all the different types of Advice of Valks with this inventory.
Guys, that's freaking
However,
awesome. I don't know about you.
materials
This is
like
awesome.
Blackstone or Origin of Dark Hunger, which can be registered on the central market or have other specific uses, will still be managed on
Yeah, that
an
makes
individual
sense.
character basis as before. That is a huge,
That's a huge W.
That's really good.
yeah. That's really, really nice.
A lot of
And one of the most confusing aspects of the previous enhancement system was the stacks. Originally, stacks were meant to be a kind of compensation for failure, but
Yep.
became an essential part of the enhancement process.
Yep.
So, we've unified the terminology to enhancement chance and streamlined related features such as Valk's Cry and Devour so they can all be used intuitively within this system. That's really
Okay,
nice. And as
that's
you
nice.
can see from the UI, when you choose to increase enhancement chance, you'll be able to use Valk's Cry and even Devour. As this is more convenient than the current Devour system, we expect it to be a big improvement for the veteran adventurers.
Definitely.
And we expect the new adventurers to naturally understand it as a function to increase the enhancement chance.
Great
It's
stuff,
looking really
EA.
clean.
Yeah.
It is. It is actually great.
It even shows you like
Okay.
recommended.
Next, the term use Cronstone didn't clearly communicate that this feature protects your gear during enhancement. Now, it will be
Yes, it
replaced
did.
with a much clearer term, level protection. It will also be improved so that you'll select the material
I see.
yourself
Okay,
when
I see
using
what
this
you mean.
feature. So, this change should help prevent those accidental moments, like
Jace
forgetting
Hammer
to
of
use
Precision.
Cronstone.
Jace has him with
Overall,
precision.
this redesigned enhancement UI is aimed at reducing confusion and making the system more intuitive for new adventurers. We'll also continue to make improvements in a way that this is more convenient for our veteran adventurers to use.
I don't mind it. To me, it means nothing, but obviously it's going to help other
Nice.
people, so I don't mind it at all. No, not at all.
Forgetting.
Maybe I'm
content.
looking forward to it as well.
That is right.
Next, while this isn't related to UI, we also prepared some benefits to help our new adventurers.
Okay.
First, Tuala accessories, which are seasonal items, will no longer fail enhancement at Try and below.
Oh,
The season server is designed as a mini version of Black Desert World for new adventurers to experience.
yeah.
But since it is also important for them to know that, accessories can be destroyed when enhancing, so destruction will still occur. But for only enhancements at Try and above, to make it less stressful when trying to gear up with Tuala accessories.
That's good. Great. I don't play seasonal
And from
myself.
now
but
on, we plan to provide new adventurers with a settlement support fund about 10 billion silver, We've been analyzing data from last winter through this year and found that new adventurers typically graduate from season server in as little as 3 days, with the average of being around 9 days. We think this is a reasonable time frame, but most players graduate with about 400 million up to 1 billion silver on hand.
I think that'd be really nice for people getting started.
While we
Yeah,
do
that's
offer
great.
various benefits, once you move to main server, you'll need to gear up and start enjoying all kinds of content which requires some starting funds. We considered
That's
providing
big
items, but
W for
honestly
new
nothing
players.
beats silver.
Big
We
W.
believe giving silver instead would offer more flexibility and choice. For this reason, we will be providing all new adventurers who graduate with a 10 billion silver support fund. We hope this will aid you in shopping on the main server or use it in any ways that help you grow.
That's really nice.
However, to prevent any potential exploits, the full amount won't be given all at once. Some will be provided through main quests and some through content.
I
So,
see.
please keep this in mind as you get started.
That's like a good way
Yeah.
to start off, get those necessary items from the central market.
That's actually great. I love
Start
that.
getting,
I love that so
little,
much.
like goals as well, with all that kind of silver along the way. Look at the silver.
Billion silver.
But you think about it.
Next, I would like to
Yeah.
talk about another feature that many of you have requested. Now, even if
Okay.
you
Lock
used
in.
up all your party Black Shrine attempts in Hwanghae, you'll still be able to help other adventurers. Previously, you could only
Hey!
retry bosses and difficulties you had already cleared, but now you'll be able to challenge any boss or difficulty as many times as you'd like.
That's good.
There have been adventurers
good.
who have expressed frustrations over wanting to help a new guild member but couldn't because they had already used up their attempts. So we hope this update will be meaningful for those who want to help others. Please note, however, if you don't have any remaining attempts, you won't be able to receive rewards.
Of course.
We previously updated Ataraxion to allow adventurers to skip straight to boss fight, but we are aware this also made it harder for some adventurers who used to help others progress through Ataraxion. We plan to address this by changing the way daggers are obtained. Daggers will
Okay.
drop from the bosses instead of being awarded as a quest reward.
I see.
This change is scheduled to go live with the update on July 10.
Yeah.
That concludes our updates for new and rookie adventurers.
Okay, so that is.
Bro,
I believe,
it's a
like,
W.
Chapters being close.
Oh, and we're going to be going over the kind of a roadmap for the updates, actually.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
there
that
you
we just
go.
talked about.
Nice. Seeing them all
Okay,
together.
so you can see.
That's
like,
great.
So you can see for us from July
Next
10th,
maintenance to
we'll get the
Vala.
Ataraxion boss change. July 17th for us, we'll get the world map UI changes, the Black
Okay.
Shrine retries.
At
July
30?
30th, the enhancement UI changes.
And
well,
August,
one
more thing
we'll
before
get-
we move on to the next chapter. Recently, we held a mentor and mentee event.
Not yet. We're still going over the world map. You're
Oh,
spoiling
okay.
us.
Ah,
So in August, you can see.
okay.
And then, sorry, back
Yes,
to this.
yes. So, as I said, we had mentor adapted and progressed 4 to 5 times faster than those who didn't.
And then
We
got
found that
scolded.
the more support systems we provided to help new adventurers adapt, the better. So we're planning to expand these efforts in the long-term plan as well. Okay, it'll take some time to implement, but we're also working on revamping the Olvia area in a beginner-only zone. We're calling it Olvia School, a school for new adventurers with support from Calphian. That part of the Olvia will be rebuilt. Here, you'll be able to hone your skills by battling various monsters and try out cooking and
Great.
alchemy with designated ingredients and shared tools, helping you learn the game's basic systems.
Great.
in a
That's what
practical
Olvia is
way.
supposed to
We
be.
plan to operate
Absolutely.
Olvia School in classes, and even after graduating, adventurers can stay connected through alumni groups with ongoing support for forming lasting in-game communities. It will take some time until it's built, but since the scenery of Olvia will change significantly, we encourage those with fond memories of the area to visit there before the update goes live. And in short term, we'll be refining our early game systems
That's
as
awesome.
introduced today. And in the long run, we're preparing an entirely new beginning area. Our goal is to help new adventurers really experience what makes Black Desert fun right from the beginning.
Okay, that's
That
interesting.
sounds like a big thing.
That's really nice. I think it's
And-
important for those people just
and
starting their
this-
journey.
Absolutely. 100%. Everything about the new
Chapter
guys in
1,
BDO?
The journey begins. We're wrapping up.
Absolutely.
11 years of Black Desert, but there can be never enough quality of life improvements, I think.
True,
Absolutely.
true.
These updates aren't just helpful for new adventurers as they get started, they are full of changes that make the game more comfortable for everyone. We still have
신규 모험가분들이 적응하는데 도움이 될 뿐만 아니라 우리 전체 모험가님한테도
Okay.
편안해지는 내용들 많이 있지 않았나.
we still have plenty more to share today.
Yep.
Next up is Chapter 2, which is
Okay.
going to focus on getting familiar with the world of Black Desert. So let's
Okay.
dive right in and see what's coming next.
Lore, getting familiar,
Into
lore.
The Wide World, Chapter 2. We're growing, chat. We're growing. Next updates for those still getting familiar with the game. Since a lot of these are quality of life updates, veteran adventurers may also find these updates useful. Once again, UI updates come first, which start with what so many adventurers have been anticipating, the all-in-one preset.
Oh, yes.
This is not the first time I'm talking about the all-in-one preset, and I've always felt sorry for making you wait. But now I'm happy to say that it's almost ready to be released.
Nice.
With the all-in-one preset, you'll be able to view all your various settings on a single screen. What really makes this feature shine is that your preset will automatically apply when you enter specific content. Take the Arena of Solari, for example. Am I going a bit too far ahead? Yeah, sorry, chat. There we go. Take the Arena of Solari, for example. You can now pre-select your preferred preset in advance, just
That's
like
really good.
what is shown right now.
That's
If you're
really,
out
really good.
PvEing and get matched up for the Arena of Solari, your settings will automatically switch to your preset for the arena. And they'll switch
The
back to
amount of
default settings after the
grinding
match.
and PvPing
In this
will
way,
be
you'll able to
insane
set
with
up presets
this.
for each type of content. It would be easier to
You can
join
queue
guilds
RBF as
However,
well.
while Carolyn's buff has
Probably.
become essential, it's causing issues in various content like the Guild League. We
Indeed.
considered extending its duration, but honestly we feel it's better to remove unnecessary upkeep altogether to simplify things, both now and for the future. So, we're gradually phasing out Amity buffs, like Carolyn's and Aliston's. Now, you might be thinking, how are we going to deal with DR classes from now on? That's a fair concern, and we'll be addressing it shortly after. Going back to
Announcements.
preset.
Balance.
I am zooming, chat. I am zooming. I'm very sorry. At first, it was going really fast, and then I'm like, yeah.
So the idea is to kind of make everything a bit easier to
Yeah.
upkeep and simplify.
We're addressing it shortly after. Going back to the all-in-one preset, definitely didn't get here already. The auto-switching feature is currently being tested. So, and it is being planned to launch in August 28th of
Whoa.
We apologize for the extra wait, and we want to ensure it's fully
I thought it
polished
would be
and
like
delivers
before
the
coffee on ball or
convenience it's
something.
meant to offer for all adventurers.
That's awesome. That's awesome. This is
Sorry,
necessary.
Shen, I was zooming.
This is
I thought I
necessary.
was actually behind. But, well, next up, Adventure Log Reward Integration. Adventure Logs
Okay.
play a crucial role in progression by boosting key stats like AP and DP. But with stat rewards spreading across multiple logs, trying to collect them all can feel overwhelming.
Absolutely.
With this update, completing just Igor Bartali's adventures will grant you all the stat rewards, including AP, DP, accuracy and evasion, max stamina, MP, and HP.
Let's go,
Igor's
Bartali.
got it all. Igor has got it all.
Damn.
Becoming more famous now.
What of the other journals though?
Now, you might wonder what the other adventure logs offer now. To
Yeah.
address this, we're adding special rewards like colored titles, to
Okay.
turning them into challenge or objective-based content. In
Kafris
short,
log.
they'll become
Permanent
optional
title for me.
rather
Whatever
than
that title is.
mandatory. For adventurers who've already completed these logs, the rewards will be distributed right after the update.
I'm sorry
That's
for
awesome.
the-
If you haven't yet, the choice is entirely yours. So for new adventurers are also immediately met with the mandatory quests, like those are for the campsite or tier 5 pet
Yeah.
right after starting the game.
Yeah,
But with
definitely.
more mandatory quests added over time, many new adventurers have found the early game overwhelming. We're
All right.
working on improving this experience as well.
Also
That
will help
said,
lore,
We'd like
by the
to
way.
ask for your understanding. For instance, even after simplifying Blackstones, we ended up introducing a new one later on. Sometimes when adding new content, new items are inevitably introduced. And so are quests. While we aim to minimize this, some additions are simply unavoidable as the game grows. That's why
True.
going forward, we want to put more focus on reorganizing existing content. So before we add something new, we'll make sure we'll make it a priority, to clean up, streamline, and polish what's already there to make the game more manageable and enjoyable for everyone.
Absolutely.
I think that's really important, actually. Right?
Yeah.
So people not
I
just
agree.
feel overwhelmed, but like burdened by having so much stuff.
Yeah, and it's the thing, like, I think it was like last year or maybe the year before, we had like this whole part of like integration, like trying to consolidate
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. But, you know, new things come into the
Guys,
game,
how are we
right?
feeling?
of
So far
course,
for me, it's
it's
perfect.
gonna grow.
Now let's talk about the seed pouch.
The what now?
This is Klaus' Old Moon seed pouch. We have been working on making seeds stackable, but since that is taking longer than expecting, we are offering this temporary solution. This pouch is for storage only. You won't be able to plant directly from it. While I have been focusing on just one crop, many adventurers prefer growing a wider variety.
Okay. I don't use crops, guys. I don't
Klaus'
do any
Old Moon
farming.
seed pouch comes with 50 slots, but we'll consider increasing that in the future if needed. We hope this pouch helps adventurers who had trouble with inventory space when storing different types of seeds.
That's actually really nice. Nice quality of life. I like it a lot.
I've never done any trading. Farming. I have no idea how impactful this is.
It is also easy to obtain. Once you reach farming skill 1, simply interact with Old Moon Manager to get it. Please note that only one pouch can be obtained per family.
It's like the fishing tank, but for crops.
Okay.
Next up, using energy from your alt characters. Previously, energy-based content often required switching to the character with energy you needed. Just as we have enabled node investments via the world map using alt characters' energy, we are planning to extend alt's energy usage to other contents as well.
That is
Okay.
nice.
That's nice, yeah.
Recently, we improved the hiring system, so you can hire workers from other towns. And adding to that, you'll be able to use energy of your alt characters when hiring them. If these changes were made along with updates like contribution points, cost reduction for nodes, and new production nodes in Lukita and Kaplan, it would be much convenient for many adventurers. We regret that this improvement is coming so late, but still, better late than never. And we are committed to make it happen. Additionally, you'll be soon able to use alt characters' energy at the Patrigio shop as well. We were working on
Nice.
that too. These are all for making adventurers' lives easier.
Okay.
That's nice. It's really, really nice. Next up, the screen may be familiar for those enjoying life skill content. These are silver embroidered life clothes. These have been must-haves for life skillers for about 8 years, and beloved by many adventurers. However, after the Manos patch, their only real purpose has been the life EXP boost, and constantly swapping outfits for that has been a hassle. So,
Okay.
we've decided to let most silver embroidered life clothes go, except for the traders and farmers clothes that don't provide a mastery buff. All other silver embroidered life skill clothes will be removed, and their effects like life EXP boost, cooking time reduction,
I don't
and
know.
processing success rate will be added to the Manos clothes.
Ah,
Those
okay.
who already own silver embroidered life clothes will receive compensation based on their
Jesus,
enhancement. you'll get silver up to duo.
Hey
And
Lee,
from try,
few things so
and
far,
above,
yeah.
you'll receive a Jin, Bon, or One Dawn Crystal Life EXP based on the enhancement level. UI check. We're keeping the name of the Dawn Crystal because it uses the same slot unlocked by equipping the old Karazad accessory. This slot is now available when equipping Prion accessories.
Nice. Yeah.
Crafting Jin
We knew
Bon
about
1
that, though.
Dawn Crystals, Life EXP would look like this. You can use pre-existing materials to craft them.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's pretty nice. While we're introducing life skill content, let me add one more thing. You know how processing works, right? It could be a bit frustrating when
It is
processing
super
fails.
frustrating.
So we're looking to improve it. First, with this patch, we're planning to add the processing success rate effect from the silver embroidered craftsman clothes to the Manus craftsman's clothes. Also, if your gear isn't fully optimized yet, to reduce the number of processing failures, there'll be an increase in the base processing success rate.
Okay.
That's pretty nice. Okay.
Guru 50 processors, where you
So,
at?
next up, let's look at the screen first, shall we? Now, this is the current shortage of Pearl inventory slots. While number of outfits are growing, the shortage of Pearl inventory slots remain an ongoing issue. We are working on various solutions like a dressing room and so on. But
A
since those will
dressing
take
room?
more time, we are implementing the quickest improvement possible. So, we're introducing 2 new items. Patricio's extra large apparel bag and Merv's carry-on bag.
Okay.
Patricio's extra large apparel bag, as the name suggests, is a storage dedicated to outfits. As you can see, it has 40 slots. So, compared to the existing
Probably behind
Patricio's
pay to
apparel
win, right?
bag, it offers
Caches?
much more space. Each family can have up to 5 of these, and they are obtainable through the loyalty shop.
Okay.
This adds a total of 200 extra Pearl inventory slots just for outfits,
Alright.
which means
I
that
will
the
need
current
one for my
shortage
Mystic.
of Pearl inventory will be in a better state. Unlike Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry. Next up is the Merv's carry-on bag, and unlike the apparel bag, this item specializes in quick swap rather than storage. When you
Yeah.
open it, you'll see an equipment style UI instead of a bag, allowing you to assign outfits for each slot. With a single click on swap, you can instantly change your entire outfit. While the original Patricio's apparel bag also had a swapping feature, it stored more outfits for all the different slots, leading to some issues depending on gear slots. Merv's carry-on bag addresses these problems and is designed specifically for easy outfit swapping. Merv's carry-on bag is also available for purchase, up to 12 per year from the loyalty shop.
I don't care,
With
honestly.
these storage
Not for me.
items comes bittersweet news as well. The existing Patricio apparel bag will no longer be obtainable, and its outfit swapping feature will also be removed. It would be ideal to keep the item and its features, but due to the slot occupancy issues, this change is unavoidable, and we ask for your understanding.
I don't care.
Sorry, Chad.
Although
we've got some
the
really good things.
the switches.
Really nice.
I mean, Merv's bag will do that, so it's whatever.
Okay, so adventurers who already own Patricio Power Bag will receive Merv's carry-on bag equal to the number of their bags owned. And while you won't be able to get Patricio's apparel bag anymore, you'll still be able to use the ones you already own for the extra storage.
Cool.
Moving on, let's talk about a new feature coming to maids who have been with us for the past 9 years. You'll soon be able to designate a main maid and fully customize their appearance.
Okay, that's
Previously,
fucking awesome.
Maids came with the preset looks, which may not have suited everyone's tastes. Now, you can create your own unique maid character. For example, you can set your maid as a shy dressed in a shy exclusive outfit and create your own cutie pie maid. Or go with a giant and have a big sturdy butler by your side, using a conversion
That's
stone
cool.
available at the Pearl shop. Outfits can be converted into maid exclusive outfits. These outfits can be extracted like regular outfits, or reverted back using a conversion stone if needed. Nice. Once you set your main maid, they'll greet you every time. You'll use the maid function, replacing the default maid. We're also adding small interactive features. For example, when you board a wagon, your maid will take the driver's seat, while your character rides alongside and rests. We plan to expand these interactions further. Since this is your personal maid, you'll also be able to name them and even chat with them. And we're experimenting with AI features.
Chat with them.
That is weird. A little bit though.
One important note here, we're intentionally avoiding any gameplay advantages with the main maid. We don't want it to become a must-have or affect balance. This is purely meant to be a fun, customizable feature for you to enjoy your own personal companion.
You'll always have friends.
Flowers. OMG AI girlfriend
Coming
mad.
up next, let's set the improvements aside for a while and introduce some content.
Finally.
It is what we have mentioned before, the blue battlefield. This is where guilds clash on waters with ships, which is going to be enable PvP content. This
That's
content
really
was
cool.
originally brought up at Calpheon Ball 2021, but was at a halt for several issues. Letting it go wasn't easy for us, because this concept of naval fleet battle was one of the content we wanted to make happen the most in the world of Black Desert. So this year, with our,
No,
with
this
our
is
everlasting
the
passion, we came up
Kilo,
with
come on.
solutions for
Use your
some
brain.
critical
This is the
issues
video
and
chip. What are you
gave
talking
it
about?
one more try.
Oh.
We found out that occupation node war rules fitted in surprisingly well and came out more enjoyable than expected. So we decided to make it go live. The blue battlefield will take place in two regions, the Balanos Sea and the Calpheon Sea. We'll kick things off in the Balanos Sea first this summer. The rules are similar to Occupation Node War. Guilds can register up to 20 members for the battlefield.
Okay.
However, for your participation to affect fort count, over half of your registered members must actually participate. Depending on how many guilds join, forts will spawn across random islands in the Balanos Sea. Capturing a fort or destroy at least 10 enemy ships is the minimum condition for rewards. As with the Occupation Node War, at the end of the battlefield, the guild that is occupying the fort wins. Since the blue battle is a naval battlefield, the role of your characters is minimal, and instead, fleet combat is the core of all tactics and strategies. We are expecting intense cannon battles, so in order to create fights that are actually fun, we have added two special rules to keep things interesting. First, all ship movements are halved. All ships participating in the blue battlefield will have their movements-related stats such as speed, accel, turn and brake reduced by 50%. It might feel a bit sluggish compared to normal sailing, but the current ship speed is too fast for naval combats. This change is meant to encourage more strategic and enjoyable sea battles.
Hope people enjoy it. I'm not sure
Second,
they will though.
you cannot repair ships during the battle. Maintaining your fleet is key in this content, and thus revive items like Tears of the Wind are also disabled. If your ship is destroyed, you will have to turn to wharf, repair, and set sail again. To prevent players from being stranded at sea, we'll provide a traveler's map with a short cooldown specifically designed for the blue battlefield.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah, but the
Sounds really
naval,
interesting.
the ship combat
And
is so
obviously,
bad.
even if your ship is destroyed during the blue battlefield, your sailors won't suffer any penalties, so charge into combat.
I hate
Now
how they're
let's
not
talk
in...
about the roles and synergies of different ship types. Since the blue battlefield is a guild scale battle, how you manage your fleet is crucial. First, the guild galley serves as a flagship. In the blue battlefield, the ship becomes extremely durable, and compared to other ship types, it can deal much more damage against forts. So utilizing this flagship is the key to victory. However, you cannot make use of multiple galleys. Only one galley is allowed per guild. This is to reduce burden of constructing and improving multiple galleys for the content.
Okay.
God, I'm a little bit resident sleeper on this
So
one, not gonna
for
lie.
Carracks are better at destroying enemy fleets.
Sea
serving as your
content is
main
not my
combat
thing, really, it
units,
isn't.
Protecting
But I hope
the
people enjoy
flagship,
it.
the Guild Galley, while destroying enemy fleets will be their main mission. I said that once the blue battlefield begins, all ships will have their movement stats reduced by 50%. Please note that this movement stat reduction may vary depending on the ship type. The Panoxons will act as tanks, breaking enemy formations. They'll receive buffs on their defense, and their smooth turn skill will go through a revamp. Instead of turning just 45 degrees, it can now spin 180 degrees in place, which allows quickly firing cannons from both sides. Panoxons can hold its position and stay strong for a long time, while disrupting enemies with fast fires, making them game changers in fleet battles. And finally, Etheria galleons are also eligible for battle, and this ship can become a wildcard. Etheria galleons are extremely tough, but their attacks are relatively weak. In order to make their balance suitable for the content, we plan to slightly lower its defense and boost its attack. Guilds with more galleons may have an advantage, but they'll also draw more attention from rivals.
It's weird.
Now, after all these explanations on the blue battlefield, you may think, isn't this just another naval node war? And honestly, you're right. It will run 6 days a week except Saturday, following the same time schedule as the regular node war. In other
You
words,
stupid
think of it
buffoons!
as a standalone naval node war.
Who will play this during Node Wars if they want
At
to...
first, we considered simply adding naval combat to the existing node war, but for all the Carrack owners who've been waiting for naval combat content so patiently, and for those who've made ocean content their main focus, we wanted to offer something special, a dedicated experience just for you. That's why we've completely excluded character stats, and designed this content to be all about your ship. This isn't about splitting the current Node War player base. Instead, we're creating an entirely new pool of participants.
Sure, life
So
skillers
it's
are gonna
actually really,
PvP on
really
it, but
nice.
it's like...
I think it's gonna be
What are the
really
rewards
interesting
gonna be
to see
from
guilds get
this?
involved with this. And since ships are the center of this mode, it's naturally a bit more accessible and lighter compared to the original Node War. The rewards are also completely different, setting this content apart. Let's look at the rewards now then. Okay, we have designed helpful buffs for adventurers who enjoy seafaring, alongside guild funds and gold bars as well.
Okay.
Reward boxes will also include item to reroll the stats of sea crystals, and chests with yellow or red grade sea crystals, according to a set probability. To sum it up, the blue battlefield is a naval PvP mode.
So it's gonna be
that borrows the
75
rules
mastery,
of the
40
current Node
experience.
War, focusing on ships. I would say this mode is for both seasoned and aspiring captains, and delivering a new, enjoyable experience has been our top priority when developing it.
Yeah, that's weird. This feature is
We'll
super
put the
weird.
greatest
I don't
effort to
think
make it
anybody
enjoyable
will
till the very last.
get
Okay,
into this.
That includes Chapter 2. Now let's take a look at when the update is coming on screen.
Okay, we see all the days
See
again.
from most of them are coming July.
업데이트를 시작으로 역시 순차적으로 반영이 되고요. 통합 프리셋과 대표 메이드를 제외하면 모두 7월까지 마무리 예정입니다. 잘 준비해서 선보일 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
네.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not feeling it.
정말 꾹꾹
It's not for me.
눌러서 담은 느낌이 있었는데 대표
But that's personal. I'm not bashing on it. Outside of just having this during Node War times is stupid.
많이 담아놨는데 저는 모험일지 개편 같은 경우가
As if the servers want more.
Stood out to me.
되겠다라는 생각이 좀 듭니다.
As someone still getting used to things, I really appreciate it.
편의성 개선도 굉장히 많았고요.
Plenty of quality of life upgrades were introduced, including energy storage, a seed bag, an outfit bag, plus a sneak peek at the blue battlefield. But I think it's time to go to Adania, so let's
Yes!
What's next in the next
Finally,
chapter?
please, gods above. Lock in, chat.
Okay.
Lock in, chat.
We're now on Chapter 3, Beyond the Desert Sands, chat. We are leveling up.
We're getting there. We're
We're
getting to
getting
Adania.
there.
We're
I know
heading over
people
there.
are excited for other stuff. Don't worry, chat. We're on our way. Okay.
more
Now,
chapters.
this chapter is titled Beyond the Desert Sands. These are
Okay.
for those who settled in the world and gotten the hang of Black Desert. Our previous topics were a bit lighter, but since this chapter is just before heading to Adania, we've included some advanced content. Since we have a lot to cover, let's dive right in.
I heard a
Okay.
rumor they're dropping
So,
Dekia spots.
First up is a new content.
Alan Serban's
Alan
Landscape.
Serban's Landscape. In Black
He is one of
Desert,
the
many
founders of
adventurers
Tariff.
spend a long time aiming to find specific treasures. That passion for reaching your goals is truly inspiring. But that challenge can feel overwhelming or even keep some from trying it at all.
Okay?
We've been thinking about it a lot because it's important to honor those who've reached these
I have
treasures
500
after all
hours on
those
Elton Piece.
obstacles.
I don't have 'em.
Lowering the difficulty wasn't an option.
True, I
Leaving
don't want
things
it.
as they are didn't feel quite right either. So, we're proposing a new way of treasure hunting.
Okay.
Alan Serban's Landscape. The landscape painting you see here is a magical frame that captures the scenery of treasure monster zones, like History of Ruins or Ackman Temple. It's
Okay.
based on the Nader frame, found in Tariff. The idea is that by imbuing the frame with a spell, the energy of the specific location fuses with your character temporarily. While in this state, you gain a powerful effect. You can obtain treasure materials from the monster zone, even while subjugating in a different location. For
Oh!
example, if you activate the landscape of History of Ruins, even at monster zones other than History of Ruins such as Golden Pig Cave or Dark Seeker's Retreat, compass materials obtainable from History of Ruins will
Okay.
sometimes drop,
Well,
but
that's pretty cool.
you won't be able to use it in every monster zone. The landscape will only be available in zones with 300 plus AP requirement. I'm
Perfect,
sorry, I was a bit
perfect,
ahead. Let's see,
perfect.
there we are.
Kind of like a treasure item drop event on demand.
To activate the
True.
landscape, you'll need a scenery item obtainable from each treasure monster zone. For example, if you defeat monsters in History of Ruins, you can obtain Scenery of Histria. The landscape will react upon using the scenery item and activate a number of spell charges equal to item use. Defeating monsters will spell activated will consume spell charges. Think of it as working similarly to Agra's Fever.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, Treasure Fever.
Treasure Fever.
Okay. I was ahead of it. Okay, no, I'm behind. This also means you can collect scenery items, characters of History of Ruins, and tagged characters on your desired monster zone. You can consume the scenery of Histria. However, it doesn't mean that using the scenery increases your drop rate or anything like that. It only enables the item to drop in other zones, and even then at a fixed lower rate than it would in the original monster zone. And just in case you're wondering, does this really work? Just like scroll written in ancient language, default guaranteed items are also included in the item drop table. This content's goal is completely tearing down the walls of treasure hunting, but rather giving you a bit more breathing room. We've decided to stop adventurers from being stuck in one zone and
I
let
agree
them
with that, I
breathe
agree
some
with that.
different air from time to time. Also, you don't have to keep party zones running, because once you've obtained enough scenery items, you'll be able to go after the treasure items solo. We think this will be a nice advantage for many players. For now, each scenery
Yeah.
item can only be obtained from the monster zones, but as we monitor the overall trend, we're planning to gradually add more resources for obtaining them. Our
Not
current
bad,
focus
not
is to
bad.
make sure this content finds its place and make the treasure hunting experience a bit more flexible. Next up is an update many adventurers have been requesting for a long time. We're revamping the Alchemy Stone
Let's go.
system, chat. It is happening. It
Jesus!
is now. Alchemy Stones are a
Finally!
key progression goal for a top-tier adventurers.
Finally!
But we've
Gods!
received a lot of feedback that the system is too complicated. There were two main issues. First, the level and grade systems were too complex. Yeah? Second, the system itself was unfriendly and difficult to progress through. To fundamentally address
Definitely
these
W.
problems, we've prepared this revamp. Previously, alchemy stones had 8 levels from imperfect to shining, and each was split into 4
I'm hungry, Chad. I'm
colors,
gonna eat for a bit.
white, green, blue, and yellow. It was just too complicated, so moving forward, we're simplifying both the levels and grades, and as you can see, levels will now be reduced to 6. Imperfect, sturdy, sharp, splendid,
Amazing.
and shining. Each level will now only have 1 grade, yellow. Adventurers with alchemy stones of the removed grades will be compensated with silver based on the grade of the stone. The UI layout will be improved along with levels and grades. Unlike other equipment, Alchemy Stone has a 2-step progression system, gaining EXP through polishing and leveling up through growth. This led to becoming going back and forth between the tabs, making progression a tedious task. With the update, recharge and growth can be done on the same screen. And you can probably see something else there, chat. There's also some changes to the growth difficulty. First, the success rate will now be displayed. Also, using Cronstone when attempting growth on an alchemy stone will prevent it from being destroyed even if you fail.
That's freaking
The
awesome.
ancient anvil system is also being added. You'll be guaranteed to level up your alchemy stone after a certain number of failures. However, for the highest level shining alchemy stone, its rarity and prestige will result in the amount of Agris essence required to use the ancient anvil being set to a very high number.
Agris essence?
The
What are you
overall
talking
success rates for alchemy stones will also be slightly increased, but for the shining alchemy stone, to honor the effort of so many adventurers who've overcome countless failures to craft their shining alchemy stones, the difficulty will remain high.
Oh, here's a video.
Okay, next up, let's watch this video.
Wait, that's offhand. Sovereign offhand. Is it gonna be in Downbreak the way I think? They're working on it still. Definitely. All right.
Okay, very nice. Woo woo.
I think many adventurers have been
Many adventurers were speculating on this as the reveal of the new item, Sovereign Sub-Weapon. Many adventurers had a feeling it was coming, but everyone is asking, what kind of stats will it have? Shall we take a look at the effects first?
Let's take a look. Ooh.
Yo!
Look at that AP, chat. Look at the AP. You know
Many adventurers got this right.
The Sovereign Subweapon combines the power of both Nova and Kutum. Its enhancement levels are the same as those for main and awakening weapons, comprised of 10 levels, and the difficulty is also identical. There are
That's
3
so
different crafting
good.
members for the Sovereign Subweapon. Since it has the effect of 2 weapons 1, it does require a bit more materials compared to main or awakening weapons.
Yeah.
First, you can use 2 pen Black Star subweapons plus 1 Gem of Twilight. Second, you can use a pen Black Star subweapon, 1 pen Kutum subweapon at Capris level 20, and a pen Nova subweapon at Capris level 20. Or third, a pen Black Star subweapon, a 1 Gem of Twilight, and a new item called Gem of the Primordial. The Gem of the Primordial is
It's gonna be in Downbreak.
and we'll get to how to obtain it. We'll get to know how to obtain it shortly.
It's gonna be in
Also,
Downbreak.
Just like main and awakening weapons,
The Primordial
subweapons
Flame.
gain additional
It's
video
Downbreak.
effects at pen and opt. Please note that they cannot be registered on the central market. Next up, let's watch another clip.
Oh, it's Wansu from the past.
Yes, it's Wansu from last year's ball.
It's Wansu from the past, chat.
And he's talking about a Dine Ardu Doom thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like combining the horses, right? He said that he was gonna try and do that
Yeah,
because
Demon-
chat wanted it.
And they, yeah. And we're here. They're talking about.
I
how
predicted
we
this,
did
guys.
ASAP.
I
Yeah.
predicted
Joke
this.
is like Wansu's name in Korean is kind of similar to like Walyo. It's like kind of similar to complete. So they were joking like, "Oh, your name is complete, so you're gonna complete this, right?"
Nice.
That is right. I'm here with my words from last winter. Hereby presenting Dine Ardunat Doom.
Video time.
Okay. A horse and all horses. I see what's happening. Oh, that is so cool. It just switches based on the thing, and now yes. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that is so good. Oh, that's so freaking fun. That's super nice. I can't wait to have that now. I can't wait to have it. And then you get to see it. When you fly, it's gonna fly, and then... But what about... Guys. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
That's crazy. That was so seamless.
That was really good.
That was really good.
Okay.
But what about the
Just like in
Voltarian?
the video, on flat land it charges forward in the form of Mythical Doom, glides as Mythical Ardunat while airborne, and walks on the water as Mythical Dine on the sea. And in desert it takes on the form of Dream Horse Dine. Since Dine fits the desert best, we decided to add it in as well.
That's nice.
When I first brought this up, I wanted it to be meaningful for all trainers out there, but I didn't want to burden you with more cores or requirements. So after some thought,
Okay.
I realized that those who already built Sanctuary are, in a way, the ultimate trainers. That is
True.
why we are sending out this horse to everyone who has a Sanctuary.
That's so
This
cool.
isn't a one-time event reward either. From now on, anyone who builds a Sanctuary will obtain one. So you can take out this horse with your main character and leave your Sanctuary to alts as you see fit.
Oh, it's
That's awesome.
Nice. It's like a
permanent, so anyone-
separate. It's a separate horse chant.
Basically, if you get your sanctuary, you get one.
Yeah.
But Voltarian.
Oh, good.
So you could just leave your other sanctuary to your
The
alt.
Spatial Dine Ardunat
nice.
Doom comes fully loaded. It starts at level 1 but already knows all 37 skills at 100%, excluding the 2-seater skill. And its base stats are set to highest values amongst mythical horses. For example, its speed matches Ardunat's highest, and turn matches Doom's top stat. As the best horse in Black Desert, we made it sure it has the best possible stats to match.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay, that's nice.
Voltarian,
And
though?
actually, I haven't come up with its name yet. So it's called Dine Ardunat Doom for now. But if you recommend any good names, we may use them when we go live.
Name it
Chat,
Krugdalu,
send
the
us
king
some,
of the
send us some
horses.
ideas, chat. Send us some dad horse. Stop it.
Oh, we
Yeah.
have another
And
video.
also,
Stop.
we have another clip.
Oh, this is switching to
Oh.
attack character.
Yeah.
Yo,
Whoa! Okay, that was epic. You just switch to a character
okay,
and
it's
you
like
just...
instant transmission.
Yeah, this is actually something that is still experimental level. We are working on the feature lets you instantly switch the attack character without any loading time. Honestly, it's still too early to say for sure whether this will be possible or not, but if everything goes well, while there will be still a cooldown, you'll be able to instantly switch your attack character when travel separately is turned off.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That does make
That's
sense.
gonna be
Yeah,
great,
the
that's gonna be great if we
transmission
get that.
across the map.
That was looking great, by the way. Of course, this feature remains uncertain for now, but I wanted to share this with you because this motivates us to work even harder. So consider this as a little push for ourselves as well. We'll do our best to make this happen, just like Dine Ardunat Doom, and that wraps up the details for Chapter 3. Now let me tell you when you can expect this update.
Oh.
That is
He also
awesome.
made another joke saying that with his name.
Oh, yeah. To complete.
Yeah. So Sovereign Sub-Weapons, August.
Oh, there,
6th.
that's in 2 months.
6th. Okay.
DNA Ardu Doom is August 13th. The landscape is August 27th. And
Yeah.
the Alchemy Stone renewal is set for September.
September. Okay.
챕터 3
Nice.
사막을 넘어서였는데 역시나 적응 단계를 넘어선
Okay,
분들이
chapter
많다
3,
보니까
Beyond
챕터
the
3가
Desert, I think
굉장히
sounds
좋았던 것
great.
같습니다. 뭐
Or Beyond
풍경도
the
그렇고요.
Desert sounds great.
디네
Yeah.
아르토나트 좀 이거 지금 이름이 안 적혀져서
Alan
인물은
Servan's
완성인데
landscape.
이름을 못 지었으니까요.
Alchemy Stone rework, Sovereign sub-weapons, Dene Ardu not Doom. That's a lot. I think we really do need a better name.
Yeah,
So let's keep them coming.
The most popular name is in the chat now.
Yeah, apparently it's Dad.
Yes.
Call it
Dad
Halifax.
is the name of the
Dad
horse.
is the name.
I think that's just how it's going to be from now on.
But calling the horse Krogdalu is the most
For
adequate
me,
thing.
like the character tagging switch was actually crazy to see. It's
Yeah,
like,
it was.
instantly, yeah.
Super
Without
good.
any loading.
Yeah.
But now, I think it's time for chapter 4, everyone.
Well,
It's finally time.
yeah.
It's finally
Let's
time
go.
for
Show me
Adania.
Kefras, I beg of you. Show me Cartian, please. I'm
I
gonna
think we're
cry.
going to go into 3.5.
Oh,
So yes, we are. But just before we move on to Adania, there's something important I'd like to talk about first. Those
Okay.
who remember the last Calcium Ball may be wondering, when is it happening? It's the patch we were promised for removing resistance from PvP.
Oh
and
my God.
improving the class synergies. That's what I want to talk about now. I know you've all been waiting, chat. I've
Oh my
been
God.
seeing the comments. The removal of PvP resistance is a change to a core system that has been part of Black Desert since its earliest days. That's why we needed to approach this with a great consideration. So as we were preparing this update, other issues and lingering regrets have also been in our minds. For example, the class summons and the long-standing issue with them. Confusion and challenges in balancing from an outdated damage calculation formula. And on top of that, a diminishing sense of progression. These challenges that we needed to overcome kept coming into mind. We need to sort it all out at once, chat. And over the past 10 years, Black Desert has truly come a long way.
oh, they're
But
edging
that
me.
time means some of our systems became outdated, while others accumulated problems upon problems. So with this opportunity, we wanted to not only address PvP resistance, but also clearly organize and improve the aforementioned issues. Looking back at each of them, it pretty much required a complete rebuild of Black Desert's entire combat structure,
Come on.
which is why
You're
it took
kidding.
so much time. Still, now that most of the work is finally wrapping up, on this very day, right before the launch of Adania, we're excited to share with our adventurers the changes we've prepared. There's quite a bit to say about this.
Yeah,
Gods.
As Jessel mentioned earlier,
Gods
over
above.
the past 10 years of Black Desert, our combat system has gradually become more
It's
complex.
a bit slow.
Alongside that, a number of issues have also accumulated. The changes we've made were done with the goal of streamline and unity in mind. There are 4 key areas we're focusing on with this overhaul.
Okay.
First, refining the damage calculation formula.
You should.
Second, removing resistance from PvP.
You should.
Third, grouping synergy multipliers. And fourth,
Yes.
improving the system to enhance the sense of equipment growth.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Refining the damage calculation formula.
Okay, show me.
We started by clarifying the basic terminology, specifically for evasion or accuracy and evasion. They were often displayed as accuracy rate, evasion rate, causing confusion. Now, these will be unified as accuracy and evasion with a 1% to 4-point conversion rate.
Like before, kind
This
of.
change should prevent any further confusion with mixed terminology. Additionally, all accuracy effects attached to each class's skills will now be removed. Currently, each class receives different accuracy effects for each skill based on their unique characteristics. Because of this, balancing has been difficult. And there have been certainly cases where things felt unfair depending on the situation. So we plan to remove all accuracy rate attached to individual skills and instead add in accuracy plus 18 per skill to Infinite Mastery, a common passive skill
Okay,
for all
I see.
characters.
Okay,
Now
sure.
this might be a bit confusing, so to give you an example, currently this is the Hashishun skill Inquisition. This skill has a stat that increases accuracy rate by 19%.
Yes.
And a buff that increases all accuracy rate plus 6%
Yes.
for 10 seconds when using the skill. Such effects that come with the skill itself will be removed going forward, and accuracy will instead be added to a common passive skill, Infinite Mastery.
Okay.
Please do note that accuracy effects on class-specific passive skills will remain the same. This way, every class will be able to use more diverse combos without being limited by skills that increase accuracy rate.
Yes.
Next
Good.
is about the damage reduction rate of super armor. Am I a bit
Yeah,
fast?
fast.
I am a bit fast. This time I'm a bit fast. Sorry, chat. Can't get it right. Can't get it right. PvP players may already know this, but other adventurers might find this unfamiliar. The damage reduction rate have been applied as a multiplicative step so far, but since it applies differently from various buffs in the game, we are changing it to an additive calculation for unification and intuitiveness. For just changing the formula like this would diminish the efficiency of skills that increase damage reduction rate. So, we'll be adjusting the damage reduction rates of skills along with the formula. We are sharing this as they are changes being made, but we'll make sure that it doesn't feel any different from before.
Okay.
Next is on extra damage to species. We wish to clearly distinguish how it's applied in PvP and PvE. For example, extra damage to humans will no longer activate when you fight with another adventurer in PvP, and will only activate against humanoid monsters.
Nice!
The effect that applies to another character in PvP will be replaced with a new one called extra damage to characters. This will reduce confusion by clearly distinguishing PvE and PvE. PvE and PvP. With this change, you might be worried about the items with extra damage to humans. This patch will also add the same amount of extra damage to characters to all items that already have the extra damage to humans effect.
It's basically scratching their tongue. Nothing happens here.
Way, and going forward, we'll make appropriate use of extra damage to characters in various ways. There'll be some changes to extra damage to species itself. First, the extra damage to species will no longer exceed the AP limit for monster zones. In other words, it will not go over the soft cap. We're preparing a comprehensive rework to ensure that the difficulty and efficiency of monster zones are balanced with these changes. There are also additional changes in
that's
store,
weird.
so stay tuned for them too.
Yeah, that's an L. That's an L.
Next, on to the summons.
What
From now on,
summons?
the damage calculation formula for summoned entities will be the same as for your character. The summons will now also benefit from your character's damage effects, as well as any damage increasing effects.
Welcome back,
in certain situations.
half of the classes.
On the other hand, extra damage to species will no longer ignore the target damage reduction, and stats will now be applied to summons in the same way as they are to characters, not monsters. As I gave an explanation about extra damage to species earlier, please keep in mind that summons will now be affected by extra damage to characters, not monsters.
Yeah, I see.
And something many adventurers have talked about. The fact that summons get stronger at night will be removed. Summons have always played a significant role in many skills in Black Desert. And it took longer than we anticipated with how much work was needed. I'm personally happy that
Mystic
we're
just got a
finally
small
able to
buff.
tidy things up. We'll pay close attention until the end. Ensure these updates do not cause issues with balance.
That's good. That's good. Our
Those are some fundamental changes.
Yeah.
Dragon Spit just got buffed. Dragon
Now
Spit is a
let's go
summon.
over some of the PvP
Moving on to
resistances.
second key area, removing PvP resistances. Going forward, resistances quite literally will no longer apply in PvP. There are a few things to consider with this change. First, effects related to resistances is so-called 3 minutes buffs or in passive effects will be replaced with other effects that suit characters' characteristics. However, they will still be applied in PvE, so any resistance increases attached to skill will remain. One of the biggest concerns we had when removing resistances from PvP was grapple. With grapple resistance gone, grapple skills will become significantly more powerful, and classes with ranged grapple skills could become disproportionately strong compared to those with melee grapple. We plan to address this making distinguishable ranged grapple animations, for example, a wind-up animation when attempting a ranged grapple, and the speed and the style of these animations
Where is
play a key
Scholar?
role in balance.
Her grab is
Melee
ranged.
grapples will also
They
go through
forgot.
some adjustments. We'll put our best efforts into making this change, and it could be done in a different way in the future. as we consider various other methods while we prepare this change.
That's nice. The wind-up is nice. Like, that's definitely going to be more telegraphed, it seems. Okay.
I'm not sure about
Additionally,
it.
the grapple resistance is not used against monsters either, so the effect will be removed entirely. Items that currently increase or ignore grapple resistance will be converted to silver with the patch to be received by the adventurers.
Okay.
Nice.
So,
Okay, next.
I think-
Next up, grouping synergy multipliers. Screen, please.
This, I think, is so it's kind of split into 3 different things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, as you can see on the screen,
I have no idea what this means, guys. Actually, no idea whatsoever.
synergy multipliers of classes will be applied in 3 different groups, depending on the characteristics of each class. If you look at Ranger, you'll notice that Succession and Awakening are placed in different groups. Succession Ranger uses a ranged weapon,
Yeah.
and Awakening primarily uses melee skills.
Mhm.
Like this, as classes have different playstyles between Succession and Awakening, making them more appropriate for different groups. We'll also carefully review each class to see if there are any areas that are lacking or need improvement until
Okay.
the patch goes live. So this is kind of a change on the class damage modifiers.
Right.
Sorry, I have no idea what they're
there's
talking about.
One more important thing, we have decided to block mouse movement with this update as well.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mouse movement has been a feature since the very beginning, and many adventurers have become accustomed to it, which is why we've kept it in the game. But over time, it began to affect the
Zerkers
balance of the game as it
just
started
got deleted
to
from
become
the
a
game.
deciding factor in adventurer's skill level. So along with the
Yeah.
aforementioned changes, we're taking this opportunity to fully disable mouse movement. We understand that adventurers who use this feature see mouse movement as part of the character's balance, and that they could take the removal of the feature as a nerf or debuff to their character. But please note that we'll all be also making the appropriate improvements in its place.
Yeah. So this may have been very sudden for some, because it's not something that was mentioned last year. But as Wansu explained, there were many problems with it, and some structural issues that needed to be fixed. Mouse movement forcibly changes a character's movement mid-animation, which directly leads to issues such as desynchronization, where the screen you see is not identical to the screen other players see. That's why we decided that blocking mouse movement will lead to a more enjoyable experience for everyone, as well as resolve the desync issue. We'll prepare this change thoroughly so we can provide better PvP and a more stable combat environment. I mean, yeah, I think people have all seen the videos. Now, for the last key area, improving the sense of growth.
Okay.
Going forward, if your AP is above 310, you'll gain +5 extra AP against monsters for every point of AP. Of course, these are still under tests for balance adjustments, so the numerical values may change. But up until now, while gear performance have always been important, once you reached a certain AP threshold, you likely noticed that the impact of further increases felt much less significant.
Yes.
This was intended to reduce the pressure of gear upgrades, but as time passed, we decided
Mika,
it's
far
time
too
for
many
an
new things, dude.
improvement. For this, we're reworking the overall PvE system, including monster zones, to resolve this issue and create a better environment for everyone.
God.
Previously, monster zones had an unclear AP limit or soft cap,
Okay.
having consistent hunting efficiency.
Okay.
And some classes were even able to perform in higher level monster zones with lower AP.
Yes.
So, we first reassigned the AP requirement of all monster zones with care. Our
Okay.
goal is to clearly outline the required specs step by step, and to create a system where falling below the AP requirement significantly reduces your efficiency, while
Okay.
meeting the requirement provides clear rewards. We especially want you to really feel the result of increasing AP throughout this process. That's
Yes.
why, as a part of this Monster Zone overhaul, we've designed the AP limits or soft caps in a much more systemic way. If your AP goes above the requirement of a Monster Zone, your efficiency there will not increase sharply. Instead, as your AP increases, you'll get better loot and experience a clear sense of growth by moving to a higher level Monster Zone.
I spoke
So you
about
have
this!
no reason to stay in the same zone.
Yes, I spoke about this!
The AP requirement is essential for efficient hunting. We will reduce situations where monsters deal unexpectedly powerful attacks that can instantly incapacitate adventurers. In other words, preventing getting one-shot.
Or Zakea
Let's
experience.
talk about DP. At this time, we don't have any additional plans for DP bonuses. We are still thinking over this, however. Since Black Desert is a field-based game, we want to leave some room for adventurers to make up for lower DP with their own skills. Our philosophy is that while AP has to be met, DP is something that can be overcome with skill. But instead, DP will be a set minimum requirement for challenge-based objectives, not
That is great.
regular fields, so open world monster zones, guys. In other words, instance dungeon content, if you don't meet the minimum DP, you won't be able to enter these types of content.
Great.
That way, DP will still
I
be a
spoke about
meaningful
this
cap
literally in the
for those
video.
who
I
work
said how
towards
they
it.
have to do
And it
precisely
allows
this.
us to design
It was like a
the
year ago.
content to not be overwhelmingly difficult. Following this, boss blitz content such as Black Shrine or Ataraxian will have their AP and DP requirements adjusted. Like the
That's
Monster
so
Zones,
good.
we plan to gradually ease the difficulty of content that felt too challenging. To summarize, moving forward, the efficiency of field monster zones will be designed around AP, while instant dungeon content like bosses will require adventurers to meet both AP and DP requirements. This will be our philosophy in
evasion and
designing
PvE
all
for
monster
sure.
zones and content. It will be a lot of changes, but we'll try our best to ensure no part of this feels like a nerf. And this new approach is reflected in the upcoming
Not yet, Goke.
Edania. Now that wraps up the introduction to the relevant changes with so many updates. Oh,
That
we're
is
not
so
going into that
big.
part yet.
This progression here is so big. I need to
ahead,
find that
Chat, my bad.
video.
So as I was saying, this wraps up, and I know a lot of you might feel a bit confused, but at the same time, we hope there are people who see the positive side. of
Definitely.
bringing more
This
structure
progression,
and
going to a spot from a
No matter
spot from a
how
spot
late
from a
it might
spot is
feel.
perfect.
We too have our concerns about changing existing system. It's not the act of changing itself that worries us, but rather how these changes will affect our adventurers, you guys, how you might feel about it. Having love for this game, playing every day for years, and seeing it suddenly change could definitely make you feel a sense of loss or disappointment. Even so, we believe that the changes we've shared are essential for Black Desert to move forward and build a better
Absolutely.
future.
Yes,
We'll be putting
absolutely.
all our efforts in, and we hope you'll continue to support us. There's a
I'm
lot
W.
of needs updates, so we won't roll everything out at once. Starting from July, so from next week, the updates will be gradually introduced on the Black Desert Lab, where they will be tested and refined for about a month. We're aiming to end. We're aiming for the end of July for the live service updates, and we'll do our best for it.
We went a little ahead of him, but it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But it is a lot, and I think for a lot
it's
of
a lot.
adventures, it's a lot of big fundamental changes.
Yeah.
But it's kind of needed to make
Right.
future stuff better, basically.
Yeah. A lot of this is 100% needed.
원래 챕터가
Like,
총 4개였었는데
there was, like, I think I
굉장히
can understand now why this was called chapter 3.5.
Yeah.
For
It
sure.
was really important. How do you feel, chat?
I don't know, what do you think, chat?
I'm W on this.
Like, it's something that's
Thumbs up, thumbs
something.
down.
I
put
think
in
all
the
these
chat.
changes are kind of meant for the next 10 years of Black Desert. It felt especially meaningful and in depth. but I think it's finally time for the next chapter, Adania.
Finally. Let's go.
But before we move on, it was a lot to take in, so we're going to have a small break.
Small break.
Small break to take it all in.
Water break.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we'll have a clip with the ball schedule, so please go grab some water, hydrate, and we'll come back through the announcements. So in 10 minutes, everyone, 10 minutes.
All right. Damn.
Adania trailer.
Yep. Prepare, chat. We're about to
Adania
get
trailer.
there.
Adania
See you
trailer.
very soon. And
Is
we'll
it
see
now?
you very soon.
No, it's in 10 minutes. It's in 10 minutes. Okay. Ooh, guys, what do you think so far? What's Edania verdict? It is the finale of Black Desert, basically. It is the finale of Black Desert, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a crazy ball so far. So many things have been provided to us. It's been actually a little bit overwhelming. So just to cover everything that we saw so far, because there's so much, they're revamping the video combat system so that they can improve upon it. So they're like rewriting it how it worked in the past. So they're rewriting it just so they can improve it. So video in the past has always been this straight line with very little variations to be made left and right, so that you can, you know, provide more complexity to it. And now they're almost like rebuilding it ground up, so it functions the same, but at the same time they can actually maneuver around it and pull things left and right so it's more adequate. You know, content for C is completely meh for me. I really do not care about it. Great quality of life changes, specifically about the outfit, specifically about the life skills in general. Super cool things for new players, by the way. If you're in July, if you're a new player in BDO, or you want to play BDO from July, the amount of support that the players will be getting to go into the game and catch up to us is awesome. It's completely awesome. Super excited for this. The biggest thing that I have right now as questions currently is the AP system rework, because that is huge. They said that monster specific AP will no longer exceed past the AP caps, and that they will be adjusting the AP caps for every, if you're above 310 AP, I guess sheet AP, for every 1 AP you're gonna get not just 1 AP, but you're gonna get also +5 monster damage on it, which is a little bit weird if you think about it. It's a little bit weird because it's like, obviously this means that you will feel a lot of your progression. Every 1 AP will matter, which is great, by the way, and probably it won't be expressed that much, because if you think about it, the amount of AP will now skyrocket probably to be doubled. So I'm not sure how precisely that will shift. I'm not sure how precisely you're going to feel a 6 AP increase for every AP that you get. So I don't know about that. I really do not know about that. After a lot of years of changes, it's nice to see they're modernizing things. Could be scarce at first, but for sure it was indie. Absolutely. I'm in complete love with what they're doing so far. And we haven't even gotten to Edania yet. Do you understand how many things we got so far? They're probably going to mention Dawnbreak as well. They're going to mention Edania. It's great so far. It's amazing. Also, this progression thing, I spoke about it in a video. I need to find this video. Hold on a minute. I need to find this video. Where the hell did I even do this video? Because, hold on. Let's go into my channel. I had this video a long time ago, and I'm not entirely sure when precisely did I upload it, but it was a video where I spoke specifically about how the progression in Black Desert no longer has meaning because people are not moving away into the experience of the game. For example, imagine that you're going in Ulukita. The Ulukita progression in terms of AP needs to be Tungrat Ruins, move away from Tungrat Ruins, City of the Dead, move away from City of the Dead, go into Tungrat Ruins, move away from this, go into Darkseekers. This should be like the 1, 2, 3. Yet Tamers are grinding Tungrat Ruins because they cannot grind Darkseekers Retreat because it has no meaning. Now what they're gonna do is they're gonna create those artificial caps where you're completely shut down when you reach the cap, and when you go over this cap, it's better to go to the other spot instead. So this is like how this is how they're gonna do this. And I forgot where precisely did I speak about this, and I need to find this because I spoke how this is precisely how it should be. I'm not entirely sure when precisely did I speak about this. I am really not sure. I need to find this one in particular. I don't know. I really do not know. I have to find where that video was, but it was a year ago. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna gloat about it because I predicted that thing where nobody really said anything about it. Let's answer some questions from the chat. This probably was the biggest ball in terms of content and didn't even finish yet. Indeed. You mean it's getting easy to kill the monsters in every AP? We don't know how easier it's going to feel because think about it, it's a proportionate thing. Imagine it like this. Right now we have a 1,150 AP on an average at the top end game level. Imagine that now this becomes 2,000 because of the nature of the changes. Marginally speaking, percentage-wise, 5 AP won't mean that much. But they said, the Pearl Abyss literally said that you will be able to feel it. Because the moment you reach AP caps for the zone, it will be no longer worth to grind there because there's going to be a better zone. This means that they're locking you towards specific grind spot areas. Let's just say that you are 310 AP. You have Tungrat Ruins, you have some Dekia spots, who knows. You have Crypt of Resting Thoughts, you have Ash Forest, and it's like those spots that you can access. If you go to grind Dark Seeker's Retreat, you won't be able to grind Dark Seeker's Retreat because you will not have the AP for it. So this is a very big question. How exactly are they going to execute this? Because just a very big reminder, if you can grind Tungrat Ruins, but you cannot grind Dark Seeker's Retreat because of the AP differences, right? The caps, minimum, and upwards. This means that classes like Witch, like Scholar, they're going to have far too much of a headway, right? And I think what they're going to do is they're going to tie it specifically for monster AP and not for all AP, because otherwise you have classes just scour through content like nothing. So how's the new sub-weapon? It's going to be a black star with another black star and a gem. It's going to be a black star with a C20 Kutum and a C20 Nuver. Or it's going to be a black star with a C20 Kutum or Nuver or a gem. Yeah. We're going to see the details. They said that we're going to learn how to make this shortly. So I think it's going to be a part of Dawnbreak. I think it's going to be a part of Dawnbreak. And they said Wukong is confirmed. They did say it, so we're going to get a trailer at the end of the Heidel ball. Another thing which so far we haven't gotten a mention of is anything about class after Wukong, but we'll see. Usually they tease this as just a brief mention at the end of that class. I like the idea of no more shots while grinding in open world. I like the idea of no more one-shots while grinding. Yes, for sure. For sure. I spoke about this a long time ago. I really need to find that video because I predicted how this is gonna work. I predicted how this is gonna work, and I said that they will do it. They will do it, and I just need to find that video. It was about to happen, and I knew that it's gonna happen, and I need to find that video, guys. I forgot where this was. I remember clearly I was talking about I remember it was after my WoW arc when I got back into the game. I think it was around or prior to Sovereign. I had this as an idea. No, it was before that. It was before that. I remember distinctly I was still playing Awakening Maegu. Or did I even ever put that video out? I should have. I definitely should have. We got 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute left. I need to figure this out, guys. I need to figure this out because that video was great. I need to find it. And we'll see also if it actually works that way. Oh man, I totally forgot we had a podcast with Jason. Nice. Oh, goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. I like the okay, no more one-shots. Then I need to get a Pan Black Star. Good thing they are giving us a free 10 turns so I can sell all three. They're not giving us a free tier 10 now. At least I didn't hear it. I haven't heard about a free tier 10. Hold on. I need to check my email. I need to check my email. Yeah, okay, I did authorize that, okay. Okay, so we have 30 seconds left. So we get back to it. It's so much content, and we're still haven't. We are yet to discuss the 5 bosses. The 5 bosses are Caphras, Cartian, the Mermaid boss, Jordine, and Enslar. The new 5 bosses. They're probably gonna be like Black Shrines. We're yet to discuss Deadeye's brother, the Gladiator combat, Colosseum thing, which was it's actually in the game files right now. Just we have no access to it. So many things, guys. So many things.
점점 더 고조되어가는 빛의 진원국이 숙명의 대결 앞에 어리석은 나를 마주하고 숭고한 신앙 앞에 의심한 나를 마주하고
Enslar! Enslar! Hash! Viepidor!
허망한 배신 앞에 광고라는 나를 마주하게
Cartian!
미지의
Yes!
앞에 확신하는 나를 마주하니
Gods!
짐은 이 모든 파멸의 끝에 그대를 기다리겠노라.
Oh my god! Oh shit!
Okay, welcome back from the break. Chat. I hope everyone's excited with that little.
Sorry, I'm getting emotional when I watch those things. Who was that in the middle?
So let's go right into chapter 4.
Oh, sorry. Jesus.
Okay,
Oh my god, that was the most epic thing ever.
here we go. Done.
Oh,
Are we ready for chapter?
we saw Cartian,
We're going
dude.
to look at the new region, Adania.
Ooh.
Since it's a place filled with new challenges, we've given it a pretty
Oh my
grand
God.
title, transcending all limits. Edania is located north of Valencia. You might
Oh,
remember
she
the
was so
great
beautiful,
rock
dude. She was
beneath
so
Curved
beautiful.
Island. Edania is the continent that stretches above these cliffs.
We didn't see Caphras Fior. They didn't show him,
The story of
but I
Black
cried
Desert,
when I saw
this region is
Cartian.
occasionally mentioned under the name Iliali. Back in 2020, when the Hashashin
Yeah,
was
it's gonna
first
be
introduced, we
it's
caught
gonna
our
be
first
50-50.
glimpse of its silhouette in the trailer.
It's gonna be a part
The
1 and 2.
Hashashins who
Confirmed.
guarded the doors of Iliali appear as main NPCs in Adania. These heroes have battled monsters at the world's edge, waging a solitary war that goes unseen and unrecognized. As we shared last year, Adania is planned to be
Oh,
released
I need to
in
watch
parts
that trailer
1
again.
and 2. You can see the full map of
Oh,
Adania
I need to watch that
on the
trailer
screen.
again.
The upcoming part 1 will take place on the left
Oh.
side of the continent, and part 2 on the right.
Oh, Enslar was so beautiful.
At the southwestern tip of Adania, you'll find Hakinja Sanctuary, your new base camp. This town offers services such as a blacksmith and a stable. To the right of the town are the castles of Edana.
Oh,
can
I
see
almost
Jordan's
cried. I
Ethereum
literally almost
Castle,
cried.
Enslar's Orbiter Castle, and Caphras Zephyros Castle, which were teased during the last ball.
Caphras Zephyros
Today,
Castle.
We're
This
also
year.
introducing 2 castles for the first time.
It's the 5 bosses.
Shalka's Nymphomare Castle and Karshin's Tenebram Castle.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's Jordine yet again, and Caphras well known thanks to Caphras Stones and Altar of Blood.
Yes.
Enslar and Karshin probably sound familiar, so those who played Valkyrie and Sorceress, but I don't think many
Oh, no, what did I do?
for Shalka. Back on May 21st, we dropped a few hints about Rusalka through the Sea Crystal IT.
Yeah, Rusalka is the mermaid which I showed in the
We're
leaks,
building
guys.
up to reveal the story of the merfolk.
I knew it's gonna be
Mother, and you'll discover even
Called
more
it!
intriguing stories connected to these characters in Adania. Part 1 of Adania features 5 castles and monster zones in this way.
Okay,
In terms of
there's gonna be
difficulty,
monster zones.
The order is Jordine, Rusalka, Kashian, Enslar, then Kaphras. For the final boss of Part 1, Kaphras will be waiting for you. We're also preparing several castles for Part 2. To give just
Okay.
one spoiler, we're building a massive castle at the northern edge of Adania. The lord of this castle is the Black Dragon, Mark Thanon, whom you met in the Mountain of Eternal Winter. We hope you look forward to Adania Part 2, coming in the near future. As Adania marks the culmination
Okay.
of Black Desert's first 10 years, we've
Oh,
paid
this is
close
so
attention
good.
to every detail. From the background to the stories of each character, we took extra care in selecting the bosses adventurers would encounter
Oh,
in Adania.
yes. I love this so much right now.
Because we believe these moments when you encounter legendary beings
Oh, yes.
you've only heard about during the story or only met through their voices are important. So,
Oh
but
my
when you
god.
finally stand before the ultimate boss of this world, it will feel truly meaningful and convincing. Through this journey of overcoming her, the story will naturally lead into the next 10 years of Black Desert.
Oh, Jordine.
With this
How
in
he
mind,
looks.
the characters we introduced earlier, Enslar, the apostle of the Ionian Church, the world's largest religion,
She's so cool.
Kashian,
Of
connected
course
to
you
the true nature
do.
of the Black Spirit, your adventuring partner, Jordine and Kaphras, both closely tied to the power of darkness, and Rusalka, the queen of the mermaids, Corsair's bloodline, whose story has remained untold until
That guy was
have been
Kaphras!
chosen as bosses of Adania, Part 1. As you confront these bosses, you'll gain a clear understanding of the key lore elements scattered throughout the story so far, and know exactly who you must face in Part 2 of Edania, the finale of Black Desert's first act, and why you must defeat her.
Cartoon
I'm
is
sure
so
many of you
cool.
are also curious about the story in Adania. I can imagine some of the
I'm
questions you might
shaking.
have, like,
Do you
so,
understand
is
this?
finally the end? Are we really going to take down Allegra this time? But this
Of course
time,
not.
Adania will be truly different. We've carefully prepared a story that will make you say it was worth the wait.
Oh,
And there are loose ends that
I'm
need
so
to be
happy.
tied up with a fully resolved in
I'm
part
so happy.
and Part 2 will leave you excited for the next chapter of the adventure. We've also put a lot of effort in the main quest line. With plenty of cutscenes and cinematic moments, we
Great.
hope you enjoy the story as
Oh,
you
that's
look
so
back
good.
on your journey so far. For Adania's main questline, you'll need to have completed the final Gladios quest to proceed. Previously, you could only start the next quest with the character who completed the previous one, which was inconvenient for many of you. This time, as long as you've completed the final Gladios, you can start Adania main quest with any character in your family, so you can enjoy the story with the class you want. That wraps up the overview.
Oh,
of what's
she's
to
so
come. Now,
cool.
Wansu will take over and share the details with you.
Oh,
Let me introduce
so
the monster
good.
zones, bosses, and loot you will find in
So
Edania.
good.
First, the monster zones in Edania are similar to existing ones, but with some differences. Monsters are loyal to each castle zone will be played around the castle. You'll be battle these monsters as you would in the other monster zones, and battle against the lords, as known as the bosses, will take place within their castle. The castle with the lowest difficulty is Jordine's Atarian Castle, which requires 350 AP and 427 DP. Since it's a monster zone at the beginning of Edania, we didn't want to set requirements too high. At first glance, the AP and DP requirements for the first region might seem a bit high, but since we are preparing many new updates alongside Edania,
Sorry,
we
guys.
expect adventurers will be able to enter monster zones sooner than you might think. As mentioned earlier, the first monster zone and the boss fight against Jordan will have the requirements that most adventurers can meet, but the bosses that follow will have significantly higher AP and DP requirements.
Oh,
The AP
so
requirements
good.
for Later castles go from 360,
Look at that.
365, 370 and up to 380. And DP requirements will also rise steadily up to 460. You might think the DP requirements are a bit too high, but I will explain this further later, when I introduce a new item. As mentioned earlier, the difficulties of these monster zones are designed with incremental levels. They are divided to provide a clear sense of progress, and this design will continue naturally. Not only into part 1, but part 2 as well. Each monster zone and boss
Why is
will feature
Kafris
a new
looking like
mechanic
this?
and variety of combat, which I'm sure
Yeah.
many of you are eager to learn more about. So today we prepared a video showcasing a battle with the new boss. Let's watch the video before I explain.
Oh, Jardine looks so good, by the way. Who is this? Oh, you're so epic. But you don't look like this. You guys know who this is. You guys even comprehend a little bit who she is. Enslar is the first Valkyrie. She is the maternal figure of the Valkyrie. She sacrificed herself so her sisters live. The merfolk. The mother of Corsair. Patrigo tapped this. Do you understand? Oh, I'm about to cry.
Okay, nice.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I need more DP definitely. There will be a total of 5 bosses in Edania, and you'll be only able to take one boss per week. To make up for this, we made it so that the higher the difficulty, better the loot you'll receive. Since this is weekly content and we don't want to make it overly challenging, and because this is another major boss update following Ataraxion and Black Shrine, we didn't want to overwhelm adventurers. So just one boss a week is all you need to focus on.
I know like a lot of people are worried about APTP.
Now let's move on to loot that you can earn in Adania. First, new artifact and lightstone items will be added. These aren't entirely new items though. With the new loot you gather defeating monsters in Edania, you'll be able to reform your existing artifacts, like Deki artifacts, to craft entirely new ones. You can also create new lightstones by combining existing ones with the new materials. Let me show you an example of a new artifact and lightstone. Let's take a look at
actually.
Okay. So, this is Dekia's Visionary Artifact. Compared to the regular Dekia's Artifact, this one gives an additional all AP plus 6. Here, we have the Amplified Lightstone of Fire, Fallen. It grants additional extra damage to species plus 2. Then, the regular Lightstone of the Fire Fallen. Also, if the Lightstones are the same type, like Lightstone of Fire, Fallen, and Amplified Lightstone of Fire, Fallen, they're still combined according to usual rules, and provide the same combination effects as before. In Adania, we're also introducing a new monster type, Adanian monsters. As the name suggests, the monsters you'll encounter here will be classified as Adanian monsters, and we're adding new extra damage to Adanian monster stat. New crystals items will also have this new stat. Earlier, we mentioned the extra damage to species will no longer contribute to breaking through the max AP limit. That said, the AP requirements now playing a much bigger role in entering high-tier monster zones. If this extra damage to Adania monsters will be crucial to stats for adventurers. We're adding new crystal items for Adania. From low-tier monster zones, you can obtain the Crystal of Dusky Oblivion, and from high-tier monster zones, the Crystal of Dusky Ruin. Both come with extra damage to Adanian monsters, to be sure to make the most of them and take on higher-tier monster zones. We're also introducing a new life crystal, the Crystal of Breathing Verdure. Think of this of upgraded versions that combine the effects of both the life skill crystal vital life crystal and the vital crystal. It provides both life EXP and life skill mastery buffs. So, you no longer have to switch between crystals for different setups. These can be crafted using materials gathered from new life skill resources in Adania. And please note, we're also working on making it possible to upgrade existing Dawn crystals. Now let's talk about Alpha.
Whoa.
With the introduction of extra damage to Adania monsters, new elixirs drafts and 2 new perfume recipes will be added.
Nice.
Okay, I've got it. As you can see on the screen, new elixirs will be available. Also, with PvP-related perfumes like the Perfume of Courage and Perfume of Deep Sea in high demand lately, we're planning to add new, high-quality perfume recipes in Adania as well. The new perfumes can be crafted with materials from Edania, and you can also use existing perfumes as ingredients. For those who've been crafting the existing perfumes, you've probably continued making them in older regions even after new areas were added. Now, existing perfumes can be used as ingredients for the new ones, and the new perfumes can also be crafted in Adania. Hopefully, this gives you more flexibility and crafting options. There are also 2 more things we'd like to introduce: Primordial Fragment and Gem of the Primordial. These are essential materials for crafting the Sovereign sub-weapon. As we mentioned earlier, you'll be able to use existing items to craft the Sovereign sub-weapon in a variety of ways. Adventurers aiming for the fast advancements towards high-tier zones in Adania can utilize pre-existing materials, while adventurers who want to steady progress from the start of Adania can use these materials and aim for Sovereign sub-weapons. Please do note that crafting the sub-weapon with the Gem of Primordial will take longer than other routes mentioned. 1,000 primordial fragments are required to craft the Gem of Primordial, which will be used to craft the Sovereign sub-weapon. Fragments will be obtainable through multiple sources, including weekly bosses, monster zones, main quests, and weekly quests. For instance, when you finish the main quest line, you are guaranteed to obtain 100 primordial fragments per family.
Nice.
Okay.
If you guys think anything is confusing, we'll have the recap on the website
Yeah.
and our SNS as well. Please
Absolutely.
make sure to
Next,
check it out.
we have a video.
Next
coming
up,
I think.
we have the main spoils from Adania, but first, a video.
A video? Who's that? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Hadoom? No. Oh no, that's the outfit of the PvP castle thing. Okay, never mind. Oh my god, it's so cool. It's so cool.
What you just saw. Wait for it. There's clappies first. The clappies. I need to pause.
That
Pause.
deserved that
Pause.
tone.
What you just saw is the new primordial grade defense gear, Edana's defense gear.
Let's go.
As
Guess
the
who
next tier
called
after Sovereign
it?
Origin defense gear, the new Edana's defense gear, especially the gloves and shoes, features a unique design that combines both damage reduction and evasion, much like how the Sovereign sub-weapon was
so
designed
good.
as a blend of Nuva and Kuta.
The
Right
amount
now,
of
Sovereign
content.
Origin defense
The
gear
amount of
faces
content.
challenges. Similar to what the new Deborah accessories, enhancing Tet's pen was set to be extremely difficult, and with no alternate methods, pushing your DP higher was a major struggle. With Adana's defense gear, we want to take a similar approach to last year's Sovereign weapons and Charizard accessories, but since we also revealed the Sovereign sub-weapon today, releasing all 4 defense gear pieces at once might be overwhelming.
Yes.
So, for Adana's defense gear, we've simplified the crafting process, but limited how often you can obtain the required enhancement materials.
Okay.
This helps prevent players from skipping multiple enhancement levels simply by having enough resources. If that sounds familiar, it's because I've said something similar when we first introduced Sovereign weapons. This time, I'm not going to repeat the same mistake.
There were people
To
who
craft Adana's
decked
defense,
their sovereign first day.
you combine your existing Tet Slumbering Origin defense gear with 1 fragment of Adana. You can get a fragment of Adana immediately after defeating a boss in Adania. So,
Okay.
if you already have Tet Slumbering Origin defense gear, you can start crafting it immediately. However, enhancing to Adana's defense gear requires a special material called Adana's Black Stone, which is crafted using fragment of Edania. Since you can only defeat one boss and earn one fragment of Adania per week, enhancing your gear to Adania's defense gear will take a very long time. If you already have 10 Slumbering Origin defense gear, you can craft and enhance each piece gradually.
So now I need to push for Tets.
You can gather fragments of Adania by defeating Adania's bosses ahead of time and plan accordingly. Currently, a few players managed to overcome the challenge of obtained Pen Slumbering Origin defense gear. As of June 23rd, across all regions, 77 adventurers own at least one Pen Slumbering Origin defense gear, with a total of
75 of them are in Turkey.
Since these players have completed such a difficult feat, they'll be recognized accordingly. Okay. Anyone who already owns Pen Slumbering Origin defense gear can immediately convert it to Oct Edana's defense gear. As I mentioned earlier, because upgrading Edana's defense gear all the way to Oct will take a significant amount of time, you'll be ahead of other adventurers in the world for that time.
Oh, that's so cool. I love it.
As for the enhancement difficulty, the success rate from Tet to Pen is 14.87% with 240 stacks, and from Set to Oct, it's 4.99% with 310 stacks. The Ancient Anvil system will also be applied, which we set to 30 Agris Essence for Oct. Please keep in mind, we've set a lower difficulty and the Ancient Anvil attempts compared to Sovereign Weapons in consideration of limitations in material acquisition.
Yep.
There's something else to share about the design of Adania's defense gear. As the best defense gear that will exist in the game, it features an unparalleled design worthy of its name.
Absolutely
Since the
amazing.
equipment is based on the world of Adania, it carries a dark and intense aura. With a design that radiates primordial power, we've also prepared exclusive visual effects that will be unlocked at Pen and Oct. We plan to continue this approach in future designs.
Amazing. I love it. I love it so
Enhancing
much.
adventurer's immersion for the
I love it so
gears
much. I love it so
obtained
much.
in-game. On the other hand, we plan to keep designing outfits with a variety of concepts. Not that we're going to only focus on modern outfits. We simply will continue trying out designs, even if it strays a bit from Black Desert's lore, as long as you enjoy them. So please, continue to support us.
It's so good. It looks so good. For a second, I was like,
of you
oh,
have been
Scaffrus
eager
is it?
to get some cool gears in game, right? So if you collect all 4 of Adania's defense gear, we'll give you an outfit set identical to the gear. You can use it on your main or give it to an alt.
Cool. Cool.
And this is for you to enjoy its design by itself.
It's so cool. I love every single bit of this.
I got a little sidetracked, but let's get back to the main topic. This time, I like to talk more about the stats. As we mentioned earlier, damage reduction and evasion are combined in Adania's gloves and shoes, and likewise for Nuva and Kutum stats of sovereign weapons, sub-weapons. This increases the overall stats, especially damage reduction and evasion. So more offensive power is needed for the balance. There are 2 major changes. First, AP of sovereign main and awakening weapons will be increased. They will gain an extra AP +1 at Pen, Hex, and Sept, for a total of +3 AP. Additionally, reforming your sovereign weapon will grant another +3 AP. That's a total of 6 AP.
But we
With
do
these
have
changes, a reformed Oct sovereign weapon will go from 146 AP to 152 AP. There's something extra you need to do. If you already own it, it will be applied immediately without patch. But there's something about that's odd, right? You can't upgrade sovereign main weapons at the moment. So with this patch, we're adding sovereign main weapon reform as well.
What are you talking about?
Sovereign main weapon will receive the AP +3 bonus. And to help balance the increased evasion, they'll gain an additional +50 accuracy. Oh, and please note that the main weapon upgrade for the sovereign weapon only. But for the upgrade, you need Garlo's Heart, which isn't easy to get.
7월 9일에 모든 모험가 분들에게
Guess I'm not missing garments anymore.
With this patch, on July 9th, we'll give every adventurer one
Whoa.
Garmoth heart, more precisely an inverted heart of Garmoth that cannot be
Let's
traded,
go.
as I mentioned earlier.
See really happy faces there.
Sorry, as I mentioned earlier, the original plan was to introduce the AP increase per enhancement
Oh, it's so
level
good. I love
for
every
sovereign
single bit of
weapons
this bowl.
and the main weapon upgrade alongside Adania, but we will be giving it out early with the update of July 9th. So, you can enjoy the boosted AP right after the ball. That said, the plus 50 accuracy might feel a bit too significant at the moment, so we hope for your understanding and patience on that part. If you already have 2 Garmoth hearts, you can use it on your main weapon right away. If you don't have any yet, you can start working towards whichever one you prefer first. That concludes my explanation. The stats for Adana's defense gear have been set with both PvE and PvP in mind, as well as the future direction of the game. We'll stay focused until the end to avoid any major issue and ensure everything
God,
is
I'm just
smoothly
blown away. I don't.
integrated into
I'm
the world
spent.
over
I'm
time
worked.
without causing chaos.
I'm worked, guys.
See,
I'm
chat,
spent.
we're getting our extra stats ready for Adania.
Let's go.
You were worried, but let's go.
Finally, I would like to introduce a new PvP content, the highlight of the Edania update.
PvP.
It was briefly mentioned last year, and it's Edana's throne. As explained before, each castle in Adania is ruled by its own lord, who serves as the boss. Adventurers who challenge and conquer the castle first can become the new lord and rule its dominion as an Edana. By becoming an Edana, you will sit on the throne with immense power. Those
Okay.
attending the ball in person probably saw a throne on this very stage under a spotlight before the update reveal began. That is actually one of the Edana's thrones you will see inside Kafros Zephyros castle. Being an Edana means being the absolute ruler. The path to throne isn't easy, and even after becoming an Edana, you must defend your lordship from challengers.
That's such a cool system, not gonna lie.
To become Edana, you must first defeat the boss. By doing so, you'll be deemed worthy and gain the right to join Battle of Edanas, held at set time each week. However, not everyone can participate. Only 10 selected adventurers will be battling. For example, if there are 100 worthy adventurers, the 7 of the highest combined AP and DP are selected, and 3 adventurers are chosen at random from the remaining 93. The 10 chosen adventurers will gather at a designated day and time and place to fight. There are no rules, and the only last standing adventurer becomes the Edana. This battle takes place in an instance area, and it's not broadcasted anywhere. The Edana will have a week to enjoy their lordship, and a new
Okay.
adventurer will be chosen through the same process after a week. The chosen adventurer becomes the challenger and will duel the defending Edana, and with the victor becoming the new Edana. Edanas must accept this challenge every week, and if they are absent or lose the duel, they will lose their lordship. There isn't a separate Edana for each server. Across all servers, one adventurer with 5 master zones is designated as Edana.
Whoa.
Edanas gain an immense amount of power. First, you will receive an exclusive crown, uniquely designed to match the theme of each castle. Wearing this crown allows you to use world chat and server chat without consuming a megaphone or energy. A crown icon will be displayed next to your character's name and your family name in chat. Then, the taxes. Each monster zone in Edania comes with Marni's realm. Unlike before, you must purchase a pass to access this realm. A portion of this revenue from this will go directly to Edana. Also, Edanas do not have cooldown when switching servers near their castle or any death penalties. This also applies the same way even if you attack other adventurers first. You will truly be an absolute ruler. Edanas could die, try to kill someone, and get killed instead. Still, nothing is going to happen because of no death penalty benefits. Just keep in mind, this benefit only applies near the castle they rule. Lastly, Edanas can bestow a blessing. When an Edana blesses, all adventurers subjugating near their castle gains the item drop rate plus 100% buff for 2 hours.
Whoa.
The blessing takes this The blessings stake this buff up to 400% instead of 300, making it very valuable.
God,
But it
it's
can
so
be
much
used 10 times
content.
over the 1 week of your rule.
Oh, that's you're actually like
The Lord.
like Lord. You micromanage
Lord,
the
Demon Lord.
the zone.
That is it on the powers of Edana. To give an example to you, really feel its strength, as an Edana, you could server hop freely and go around disciplining adventurers who are using Master Zone instead of paying taxes. Or, if a guildmate or friend wants to PvE outside of the mining realm, but all spots are taken, you could grant them access by clearing a spot yourself.
Damn.
Asking, please, I can grind here.
Please.
Every aspect of the Monster Zone is controlled by Adana. Now, I know this might cast Adanas in a bad light, but I also think it's important for them to use this blessing wisely and keep things balanced.
Okay. This Adana's Throne is a whole new kind of PvP content. We are trying, unlike previous content that focused around guilds, this system is built around individuals, becoming the sole ruler of a region. Naturally, only a limited number of people will be able to enjoy it right away. But since that one person's influence spans across all servers, we hope this content becomes more than just a competition. We want it to feel like a true RPG experience, where adventurers interact and influence each other. We'll do our best to make sure everything is thoroughly prepared and polished. That concludes our introduction to Adania.
Such
What
a
do you
cool
think about
thing.
it, chap?
Amazing. 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 I can't.
Since the first new region in a while based on Black Desert's lore, after Land of the Morning Light, I hope many of you are excited for what's to come. I'm sure the release date is what you're most curious about. Edania will be updated on
2
August
months.
6th for all regions except for console and Chinese server. Throughout July, we'll roll out major patches including balance adjustments and a full rework of monster zones. Once those are completed, we'll make sure everything continues smoothly in Adania update in August. We're putting it our utmost effort. So please, continue to
It's
support
amazing.
us. Thank you.
That's
Global chat.
that's a lot. I think we could.
Nice.
So
round of
much
applause
content,
for
bro.
our two
So
presenters.
much content.
They're thinking.
I can just see the Blue Squadron followers right now in chat are just
Yeah, we
spamming
had
what their overlord
a
is
lot
telling
of
them to
announcements
spam.
today
It's
Yeah.
obvious.
from the last part about Adania.
Yeah.
Like, I think right now our MC is talking about how he used to imagine beating up bad guys
Oh, yeah?
at a place like a demon castle as a kid, being a hero. And for him, those kind of nostalgic memories made this Adania update all the more exciting for him. And he hopes that turns out great. And
Yeah,
the MC
there's
is
so
asking
much
if he
content.
can,
Holy shit.
always be invited back every year, not just this year, but every year, as he really enjoys seeing our adventurers' excited faces. But this isn't the end. There's still
Yeah,
something we
Wukong.
mentioned at the start that we have to come back to.
Alright, let's see him.
I think it's finally time for the new class.
Let's see him.
Everyone? Everyone. Meet the 30th class of Black Desert, Wukong.
Let's go.
Yeah, we
I
knew.
think a
we
lot of
knew.
people kind of know already, but it is Wukong, the male class.
Yeah, I think people guessed.
So I think our host has mentioned how he's always loved Journey to the West and Dragon Ball. And Wukong-related contents have been really popular lately. But still, he thinks many were surprised to hear that the Monkey King is coming to Black Desert. So how did Wukong end up in the world of Black Desert? That's the question.
The new class, Wukong, began development in August 2020 under the concept of Ashura, inspired by Ashura and Rakshasa. And then in April 26, 2022, it was released as Shinsei on the Chinese server of Black Desert Mobile,
Yeah.
even before BDO. And now today, we're excited to present the new class with its official name, Wukong, to all you watching.
Right, Xing She. You've probably seen him on the Chinese mobile server already. but his look has changed a bit, and he has a new haircut. I think he definitely looks a bit more handsome than before.
Since the class was revealed earlier, some of you might not find it as fresh as expected. While Wukong shares some similarity to Xingxie on Black Desert Mobile, we've made extensive adjustments to optimize the experience for PC players. We'll dive into the details soon and showcase his skills in the combat trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been a Wukong main since the dawn of time. Since the dawn of time.
Our host is actually hosting at the Wukong. Isn't Wukong a monkey in the Journey of the West? So some people thought Wukong would also be in the shape of a monkey.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it turns out he's just a human. And after all the introduction of Adania, the connection to it seems a bit kind of weak. So we're very curious about Wukong's background.
Wow.
We are, indeed.
We'll get to Adania in just a moment. But Wukong is set as a descendant of the son Wukong from Journey to the West. So Wukong in Black Desert is 100% human, but has an extraordinary energy hidden within him. And just like his ancestor,
it's gonna be like
Wukong
Zerker.
is fated to meet a special woman.
Yeah.
We all know Lan.
Lan. Yeah.
The
Here she
details
is.
of their ties and what
Show
story
me!
unfolds from their encounter will be revealed through the story quests. After Wukong's release, I hope you all look forward to it.
So I think we can all look forward to a story with Lan. But without further ado, let's look at the combat, which is
Okay.
what most
I want to
adventurers
see the
look
combat.
Yeah. Show us his
Yeah,
moves.
show us his moves.
Let's go.
Let's go.
As long as
Here we
it's stylish,
go.
we'll love
Combat
it.
trailer. Here we go.
Let's see. Plays like Wukong to me. He looks cool. He goes with a whoa, whoa. No, that's fun. Yes, that's really fun. Okay, that's fun. Looks good. He seems kind of slow. I like it. What's this? Oh. That's super cool. With the flame, dude! Okay, that's fun. That's fun. That's fun. Jesus! Oh, he's fighting Catherine. There's a 200%. Bruh! Bruh! Bro! What the fuck? Yo! Yo! What the hell was that? Holy!
Do you see that 200% taking his hair out for the clone?
Dude!
There's something like that was a lot. Like he was so
He
like.
aura farmed!
but,
Jesus!
But in the video, we got a general sense of how the class plays, but he used a different weapon than a power pole. But what was it?
As Wukong's descendant, the new class does use the power pole as his main weapon. He also has an awakening weapon called Jade Pillar. Unlike his extendable pole, the Jade Pillar is all about growing larger. Attacks with the pillar are also much more destructive. Since the two weapons transition smoothly, Wukong is designed as a flexible ascension class
Nice.
that naturally alternates between both weapons.
He actually looks cool.
And the class looks really fast. So, but what are his key features?
The basic combat style with the power pole is all about fast, concise combos. Rather than explaining, let me show you directly.
Okay, show me some
The grab. Wow.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
As you just saw, while the
That grab
attack
was so
range
good.
isn't huge, Wukong excels at chaining quick attacks into long combos. He can also use Daw energy stored in his gourd bottle to tap into power of his ancestors. This unleashes the Fighting Buddha state. When the gourd bottle is full, you can activate Fighting Buddha and fight in this state. And the Fighting Buddha, Wukong achieves enlightenment and can fully unleash the power pulse through strength. Again, it's better to show than tell, so let's watch a skill combo video of the Fighting Buddha.
Oh, it's extending the pole.
That's so cool. That is really cool. That is really cool.
Damn.
What do you think? As you saw, once you enter Fighting Buddha state, your power pole starts to stretch, increasing your attack range and letting you land big, satisfying attacks. And if you paid close attention, when you land hits with your extended power pole, your next skill will instantly close the distance to the target. So as long as you keep hitting, you'll naturally move towards enemies, instead of standing still, allowing for continuous combat. Also, while in the Buddha state, shadows appear to help you in battle. They are not quite like Maegu's illusory doubles, but more like Striker's Echo Spirit in nature, as they assist you in combat. The Fighting Buddha state isn't one of ultimate. You can maintain it as long as you like. You just need to keep absorbing Daw energy from enemies with your gourd bottle now and then. While the attack range increases and shadow appears in this state, your combo speed will decrease compared to basic combat mode. And since some people might have missed it, here's a separate video of Wukong atop at Flying Nimbus. Let's take a look.
Nimbus.
This is really cool.
Nimbus.
That explains the video.
Oh, he's chilling.
Yes, he's chilling.
What a
I
vibe.
think like the Nimbus really speaks to like Wukong's unique style. Looks really cool.
Just
Yeah, to
imagine
sum
this
things up,
motherfucker
as
just
you've
dropping
seen,
in the middle of the
new
ball
Wukong class features
and
a
200%ing.
combo-heavy combat style. The signature Fighting Buddha state lets you pull off some exhilarating moves. And with the Flying Nimbus, you'll have the mobility you need when you need it. That said, what players call poke mobility is a bit of weak point. Short dashes aren't its strong suit. However, Wukong does have a grab skill, so in PvP, you can keep your distance. Wait for your opponent to make a move, then punish them with a solid counter. That's another way to approach combat with this class.
I think we can thank them all for that explanation. Well, we can't say it's
That's
totally
awesome.
new and fresh, but it's definitely a class we can look forward to.
Wow, dude.
Absolutely, we have worked hard on this, so I hope everyone is excited.
I think all this sounds great, but when is it releasing?
Ojin, I think you know how we do things here. Maybe we should make the announcement.
All right. Everyone, the new Wukong class launches next week. It's
Nice.
coming July 2nd. We hope you're as excited as we are.
Let's go.
Time for more.
So tomorrow on Global Labs, guys.
We back. Also, after the ball, you can try out the new Wukong class on the Black Desert Global Lab starting today. Hope you enjoy checking out in advance, as the console release schedule for Wukong will be announced separately.
And before we move on to the next topic, I think Jessica has something
Before
to say.
that, just a moment. We've mentioned Adania moments ago, right? And
Yeah.
so, well,
What could it be?
we'd like to share.
What could it be?
We'd like to share something,
Something
maybe,
coming.
possibly, who knows? One of our upcoming concepts with you today. Let's show it right now.
Yo!
What could this be?
I wonder what that is, chat.
What is that?
뭔가 성스럽기도 하고 너무 아름다운 대검 역해요.
네, 맞습니다. 지금 보시는 캐릭터는
What are you? You're beautiful.
세이비어고요.
Is internally named Savior. As you can see, she is a female knight.
Bro, did I predict Knights of Dawn right now?
Great sword. Some of you might already have guessed her vibe from her character design and the dev name. We're creating a character for all those adventurers who dreamed of a female two-handed greatsword. Adania portrays a dragoon wielding a Zweihander. Savior's weapon resembles a claymore, and as you can see from his size, should be closer to a female version of Awakening Warrior. Yeah, I've also been maining this class since the
Great sword class, everyone.
yeah.
I rerolled.
That's my tag.
Tagging and switching
Monkey and
between.
Savior, that's it. Today we focused on introducing the Adania content, but the new class we revealed, Wukong, doesn't really tie in with Adania.
Yes,
We
he
know a lot
doesn't.
of adventurers were hoping for a new class that fits with Adania.
Necromancer.
Savior is the class
Okay,
that
never
fits Edania both narratively and
Okay,
in design.
tell me how.
We'll do our best to present the best version of this class.
I think now the question is,
Oh, that's so cool.
So when is she coming out?
when is she coming out?
Well, Nox,
Yeah.
we have not yet finalized her release date, but we're planning to sync her release with Adania Part.
Yo.
Let's go.
Oh, part two, okay.
Please look forward to it.
Oh, she is so cool. I love how she
I,
looks.
I think we can all say that sounds great. And I don't think we were waiting for such a new class, like another new class actually.
Yeah, many of them thought it's an
And
update.
today we've made this journey with our adventures from the ancient stone chamber all the way to Adania. And we also
It's
some
interesting.
different
Maybe she
classes.
could be.
But usually,
we'll
we
see.
move on to talk about
I'll
summer
theorize
events and
this.
outfits, right? So, but before we get, there's one more announcement apparently.
Ah.
So what can
One
it
more
be?
announcement.
Okay, well, at the last ball, I said we'd shine more of a spotlight on the honor and achievements of PvP players and truly recognize the weight of their efforts.
Okay.
So, when the PvP related updates for July are more or less wrapped up, we'll be hosting a tournament
Okay.
to decide the strongest of each class.
Tournament?
Let's watch the video.
First, this is super cool how they've done it. Bro, this is super cool. Black Desert V Masterclass? Okay. What is the 5 standing for? The 5th tournament?
Yeah.
Is it time to cook?
Yes.
Got so many things.
So, this is our class championship, the Master Class. It's a tournament to crown the best of each class.
So a class championship,
Mhm. Yeah,
and there's this pen symbol in the middle.
right.
What does that
Okay.
mean?
That's pen indeed. We do have higher enhancement levels now up to deck, but in Black Desert, Prideo Tri-Tep pen is iconic. And pen is the V. It's the symbol of strength.
V for
That's why we
Verting.
put pen right in the center.
That makes sense. And
Yeah.
so how will we crown the top adventurers for each class then? And can you tell us more about the format?
Sure. For example, warriors will go up against other warriors, rangers versus rangers, which will be 1v1 matches within the same class, until only one remains, the champion. Out of the 29 classes in our game, we will pick the best, the master.
Oh, the Shy versus Shy is gonna be funny. Huh?
And with today's reveal of Wukong, there's now 30 classes altogether going forward. The class championship will live on under the name Masterclass, while 2v2 and 3v3 battles will continue in Arena of Arsha as usual.
So what are the requirements?
Since this is about finding the strongest of each class, entries will be accepted by class. However, not just anyone can enter. True to its name, only adventurers in the top 5% for gear score is in their class will qualify for Masterclass. And since the actual gear score will vary depending on when the tournament is held, we'll give you specific details as we accept signups. So, sum up eligibility is restricted by gear score, but the tournament will use designated equipment instead of everyone's own gear. Please keep that in mind.
So, you need to be top 5% of your gear score in your class to enter, but the actual tournament, everyone uses the same gear, and I think that's pretty reasonable.
Every time we run an official tournament, this is a real dilemma. Conditions should be fair, but in MMORPG, gear is part of a player's skill, right? We've always wrestled with that, and we've got a lot of feedback on it too. But since the tournament is about deciding the very best of each class, we felt you should show both top skill and top gear. So these are the rules we've settled on.
But does this mean, since there's 5%, that means the participants will probably differ based on each class?
Yes, as you said. Participation will likely vary by class, and some classes may have less competition. But as long as the rules are clear, we still believe it's meaningful to crown a master, regardless of how many players compete. Oh, and we did consider splitting Succession and Awakening, but in the end, we decided against it. That would have meant managing over 50 classes, which would be too much to handle. So for now, we'll stick to the tournament per class. And if the top 5% rule ends up creating big gaps in participation, we'll stay flexible and make adjustments as needed. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
These are just like guidelines for now.
Yeah.
Not strict rules. But I think we're also curious about the rewards.
Well, I think we should watch a video first. Soon. Now.
A video of what? Griffins? Oh, the new mounts. Yeah.
It's a griffin. And they're actually riding on it.
Yes, that's
So,
right.
Do the winners really get to ride it?
Yeah, that's right. The winner of each class in the Masterclass tournament will receive an exclusive new mount, the Griffin. Only Masterclass winners can ride it, and they'll get to use it for a full year. Everyone will know you're the best of your class by just seeing it. It's a top-tier mount with standout performance, so please look forward to it.
So good.
That's
I'll never get it though.
pretty crazy badge of honor, I think.
I
Like,
think so.
that's
as
like
well.
the ultimate flex. It's not, it's
See
not,
someone
not,
just
it's
drop
not about
in
linking item, it's about
in
parking
Adania
in his griffin.
with a griffin, just like, oh, bro, it's yours.
so special.
I'm out.
Collecting taxes with your griffin.
So exactly alongside the Griffin, we're preparing additional rewards like special titles, and if possible, we'd like to invite the winners to attend our next ball in person.
Oh, that's cool.
In-person invite as well.
Yeah.
So invitations to the next ball. So like it's like, oh, your
Yeah.
#1 warrior, come on over.
That's going to be
So
a
it's,
while.
it's like-
Yeah.
But they are the best adventurers in both gear and skill, and they deserve the invitations, I think. So yeah. So when exactly is this tournament?
Actually, we're going to give it a bit more time before kicking it off. We've shared the rules and rewards today, but the tournament itself is planned for fall, likely around September or October. We've got major PvP updates coming in July, and Adania launching in August, so this schedule gives everyone time to enjoy those and get ready. Don't worry, we'll share the official dates in a future notice.
And this tournament isn't just in one region, right?
Of course, each region will host its own tournament, so there will be 30 masters crowned in every region.
But if there's 30 masters crowned in each region, couldn't
많은 분들이
like
참여하고 인기가
couldn't maybe
좋아해서
someday we'll see a showdown between each region's 30 masters to
Mhm.
find the world's strongest?
That does really sound like a lot of fun. We'd have to see if it's actually doable. But if the day ever comes, we'd
That's gonna be
just
super cool.
as thrilled.
The big clash of the best of the
Masters of
best.
Masters of masters.
Masters of
Yes.
masters.
Yes, that's fun. I like those ideas.
Global
All right,
master.
and I think that wraps up the master class tournament announcement. If you're interested, it's time to start preparing.
Yeah.
Black Desert, I think we've held a lot of PvP
I don't know,
tournaments before,
so many
but I
things
do
today.
think this one is on a whole other level. Like, to everyone watching, if you're skilled and confident to take on the challenge, this is your chance. This is your chance. But I think it's also time to move on to the next reveal. I think it's time for some cool summer news.
Oh yeah. Actually, last winter we introduced new content like the snowboard. But this time, I'm sorry to say, we weren't able to prepare a brand new summer event.
Oh, don't worry about
I
it. You
know
gave us so
you're
much
just
already.
disappointed.
Honestly.
Still, we'll be making
Honestly.
most of existing areas like Termian and the Sea Palace to host our seasonal events.
It is, I think, a bit of a letdown, but understandable, I think. But in return, I think there is one thing we all really want, and it has to be good, or else I think everyone's going to riot. So let's show them. Let's show them what it is.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Now it's time to reveal what everyone's been waiting for, the new summer outfits. Let's start with the video.
Oh, you slutty little thing. How dare you? Damn! Not on the shot. No, you're not. Won't catch me hanging on that. Okay. How is this a summer outfit? It's a straight up sweater.
Everyone, was this year's summer outfit, Summer Getaway. It features a beach robe, hot pants, and a bikini.
Last year's was Badaka, and that one was a big hit. But I think this one also will be just as popular.
After Badaka was released last year, a lot of adventurers shared how happy they were with it. So our art team really gave it their all for this year's design.
Leave the shies alone.
Last year we had the Papu and Korea themed sets with lots of customization. This time the bikini is the base, and you can mix and match with other
Not buying
pieces
it.
to suit
Not my
your own
thing.
style.
I think even the hair looks brand new. It's pretty fresh and stylish. And there are multiple design options.
Leave the shies. Leave the shies
That's
alone.
right.
Don't touch the shies.
Male classes can go shirtless for a more laid-back beach look. And for Shy, we've brought out her signature cuteness.
All right, everyone, remember, this is a limited time release, only available this summer. Don't miss it.
Hold on, everyone. There's more. There's more.
There's
We got
more.
another summer outfit coming.
Okay.
One more?
Yes, let's take a look at the video.
Hopefully nothing summery. Of course it's gonna be summery. That's a swimsuit. Badunkadunk. Oh, with the snorkel! Oh, with a gun! Oh, that's fun. Okay, that's cool. Swimsuit is fun. It's cool. This one is better than the last one, personally. Homie's on his phone. He's just not.
There are 2 outfits this year, 2 summer outfits.
Exactly. The second summer exclusive outfit with a sporty rash guard concept is called Ocean Spray. Snowboard in the winter, duck fins in the summer. We put a lot of details into props for this outfit. For female classes, you get goggles, ball caps, and also both one-piece and two-piece versions. Shoes include adorable duck fins and sandals, so you can mix and match for your perfect summer look. For male classes, you have shorts and long leggings to choose from. As for Shai, she gets a big water gun on her back and Croc-style shoes for that extra dose of cuteness.
At least you can mix, match, and do different
This
things with
outfit,
it. So
it's
that's
great on its own, but what makes it extra special is that it also includes Black Desert's very first ball cap. Personally, I love it so much. I hope you all have fun
oh yeah,
styling
the
it.
ball cap. True.
특별히 이제 볼캡도 저희 검은 사막에서 처음 좀 제작한 거기 때문에
Yeah.
아마 기존 의상들은 잘 믹스 매치해가지고 입으시면 좋겠습니다. 네, 잘
So, yes, as Nox
Yes.
said.
아니 뭐
It's,
비키니
I think
So
it's,
it's a
cool.
different
Yeah,
style.
it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
different
I mean,
vibe.
there's two different like
Right.
costumes for the
Yeah,
different
bikini.
vibes.
It's,
이게 사람
so,
춤 취향이
Chat,
이게
you've seen both styles. Which do you like better?
생각이 듭니다.
I like it.
여러분,
One or two, chat. One being the first one, two being the second.
I think
Which
I've
one?
Although
I've
there's
seen-
no big summer event, there's two outfits, guys.
Yeah, I don't think people will be
Seen a lot
very
of comments
excited.
after the videos.
다음 주 7월 2일부터
The
As
summer
much.
getaway outfit will be available from July 2nd to August 27th, while the ocean spray will be available from July 30th.
신규 의상까지 만나보았습니다.
And I think
오늘
that wraps up
모험가님들에게
this year's
준비해
new
주신
summer
소식은
outfits.
여기까지입니다.
And with that,
예,
we've
그래서
reached the end
시간이
of all the
여러분
updates
아직 듣지
we've
못하신
had for you today.
있습니까? 앞에 나가서 한번 이야기를
Okay.
나눠보겠습니다.
Let's
We're getting close to the end,
now
chat.
let's stand up.
Which
and
means-
It's that time. It's that part
It's
of the
coming.
show, chat.
So from the
It
ancient
is
stone
coming.
chamber to Adania, there was quite a storm of announcements today. Now let's take a moment to look a summary and have a look.
Yeah,
around.
we got there's so much, so many things,
At
dude.
the center, there's like the
Yeah, here's all like the
timeline.
dates and
So you can
stuff
see
that
how
we're gonna get.
Adania August 6th, July 30, you can see our outfits,
Yeah.
masterclass tournaments. You can see everything.
I have
on
2
the-
months to get 100 bill.
There's Dine Argonaut,
Yeah.
August 13th. Oh, that's such a tongue twister.
Yeah.
And I think, and there's also like the masterclass tournament in September.
I now understand why it's called Dad.
Yeah, I think people.
took me a
yeah, I
while.
think people like
Yeah.
were very surprised.
Dine, Adnan,
Oh,
dude.
you didn't know?
No, I was completely clueless.
Oh, the
Yeah.
first thing I said
Completely
to Nox
clueless.
was like,
Completely clueless.
Honestly, like the transition is so like it's pretty crazy. Like
but I think I will say Dine Ardunatum.
our MC is now
Okay.
using that pun of Wansu's name again to make sure Wansu develops everything on time.
Delivers.
He's
W for once.
W for Wansu.
Great stuff, dude.
Absolutely.
But
I'm spent. I'm
not
actually
over yet,
tired,
I
guys.
No.
yeah, we need to,
It's almost over.
there's one more
Is it
thing.
time?
It's the time.
It's the time.
Gifts.
Of course. While it might not be as extravagant as last year's 10th anniversary ball, we've prepared a variety of useful items. They shouldn't be too unfamiliar, so I'll reveal them all at once.
이런 걸 되게 솔직하게. 네.
네, 그래서 이번에는 좀 반대로 양으로 좀 승부를 했는데요.
What am I tapping today? Is the question.
Apparently, rather than like
아까 뭔가
extravagance,
Yeah, yeah,
it's just
yeah, yeah.
amount apparently.
For
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
year's ball, we prepared items useful for everyone.
Hold on. 1
No, yeah,
second.
no,
We're
hold,
zooming.
hold.
Pause.
Oh, pause,
Spoilers.
pause. They're not unfamiliar.
Spoilers.
Here we go. Here we go.
한 판에 보여드립니다.
Here we go.
So
Oh, that's
all
a
of them
lot.
revealed.
Damn.
아, 일단 뭐
That's a
Okay.
lot of them.
Yeah.
Damn,
Check them
6
out.
hammers?
I see like a device of box plus 300, plus
Got
1,000
250,
stones.
3 hammers. I see
10,000
10,000
crowns.
stones.
That box is a choice
don't
out
forget
of
the garment.
the Sovereign Hammer or the Charizard Hammer.
Okay.
Oh, 10,000.
Primordial hammer.
아, 좋아요.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for
Okay.
this year's ball, they prepared
Oh, we have 7.
useful items useful for everyone. That's like focus. There isn't anything crazy, but they're really generous in amount. The idea is we wanted to really show you guys a lot.
Yeah.
And
I'm
this
saving
time we
all
do
the crown
have
stones.
Device of Box plus 300 and 7 hammers. That's kind of the.
Yeah. That's
300 is good.
We hope. Wish everyone luck.
That's a lot
Now
of
to
hammers.
get the Dine
That's
Ardunatum,
so
I
much,
need
so
the
much.
Sensors.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
usually,
me
like
too.
we
15
we
or
surely
something.
like show.
I need to
coupon
watch the
rewards
trailer
over
again.
time.
I
Today we
I
just, like,
cried when I
throw
watched
them
it.
all at once.
And I think that's the name of the coupon, right?
And there's a coupon code on top.
The
journey
journey
begins. And I think this
Do we get it now?
brings us to an end to all our
does, yeah.
announcements at Heidel 2025. I think we wrap up.
Yeah.
I think our two presenters would like to share a few final words with our adventurers.
Okay.
So first, Wansu.
That's so much content, guys. Such a W ball. Such a W
So we
ball.
put a lot of effort into preparing this ball and hope you enjoyed it. There's so much I'd like to say, but I believe the updates speak for themselves. We'll keep working hard until the next Calfian ball. As always, thank you for your continued support, adventurers.
Just amazing.
Well,
Thank you for
Just
listening to
amazing.
all what we had to share today. With the Adania update, we addressed some long-standing issues and shared the future direction of the game. We prepared truly, but still can't help but wonder if this is what you hope for. And if we manage to satisfy you even little, honestly, I'm both curious and a bit anxious. As you all know, we release weekly patches with also planning for long-term. Today's
Yeah.
announcements are just one part of that bigger picture. These plans are made months, sometimes even years ahead. So there's always some
Oh,
he's-
wait.
One part of the biggest picture.
There's something more? One more? He thinks you're
Oh.
sad? What? Did you just say another 10,000 cronstones?
Really?
Damn.
Okay.
He's
Let's
like, sorry to interrupt.
Sorry.
But, it's
Okay,
like, wait,
Jessock, I know you're
Okay,
doing
let's
your
go.
final speech, but here's
I
another
want-
10k
He's like, I need
Kronstones.
to show you up a bit.
I know you're doing your final speech, but here's another 10k. Carry on, please,
Sorry.
please continue.
So, there's...
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second.
Oh my God.
Like, I think none of us even knew. Like, the MC is like flabbergasted. Like, what do you mean you're 10,000? Like, what are you doing?
10k times 2, 20k.
Well, Usher is
chat.
just like,
20k, that's
I need
60
to be
bill
good.
worth of crons. You guys
I need to have a
understand
final
that?
word.
Jessica has even finished like doing his speech. He was in his moment.
Yeah, I was in my moment as well.
Sorry, it is what it is.
Now for reals, I think it's time to end actually for reals now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, today we've gone through a lot of so many updates, announcements, and it's time to truly wrap up. We've gone through Adania, mastered the Masterclass tournament.
It's amazing.
Yeah, chat. Let us know what
It's amazing.
stood out.
Just
you most.
amazing.
Yeah.
And we hope you know that at the heart of every journey, you've always been there.
Yeah.
You're the true hero of Black Desert Adventures, and thank you so much
Just
for joining us today.
amazing. Thoroughly
We
amazing.
look forward to seeing you at the next ball. But
Yeah.
thank you so much. Your support means a lot.
Can't wait for the trailer.
And
Yeah.
Good luck to everyone.
I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, good luck to
Good luck.
everyone. Chat, I mean, to be fair, yeah, you have 20k Kronstones, but don't forget the hammers. Like, think about how many
So
Kronstones you
much.
get for the
It's
hammers
so
on
much.
whatever
It's
your
so much.
attention. That's a lot. That's insane.
So many crons,
I
actually.
only got 4 hammers. There was more than 4
No,
hammers.
seven hammers.
7
Some
in
of
total.
them, okay, if you're using the coupon chat,
all right, it's time. I think we're.
if you're using a coupon, it's so basically there is some stuff that isn't going to be like
There's
not
some
everything
stuff
that
is
was shown.
login rewards.
Yeah,
separate.
some of it's login rewards.
Yeah, so separate.
Yeah.
So the things that you saw on the right hand side were
Just check
mostly,
out our website
yeah,
notice.
but
You'll
go
see
check
there.
out our website.
So good.
Don't forget to check the recap as well on
Yes.
social media or website.
Yeah.
So
And
good.
make sure to share us your thoughts. And thank you. That
Yeah.
wraps up our stream.
But chat, let us know
Yeah.
what you all think, what you're all looking forward to most. We're so excited to hear from you guys what you're looking forward to most. And thank you very much for joining in. We hope we did a good job explaining clearly to you guys what is coming up in the future of Black Desert. Thank you all so much. We'll see you soon. Have fun with Wukong on the Global Lab. Have fun with Wukong next week, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Goodbye from all of
Bye,
us.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
So much. It was so much, guys. Like, it was so much. Where was the trailer? Not this. Oh. Woo! Give me a moment. I need to find the trailer. I was so... I couldn't. I literally cried on it. Hold on. No, that's for the art, not. God, it was so much. It was actually so much. And then there was a break, and then they gave us the Adania trailer, right? So here it is too. Yep, here it is. Okay. God, I need to watch this again. It was so good. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. This is Jordine fighting, I think. Or something. Someone. Now, who's this? Because that is Jordine. God, you're so beautiful. And this here, this Hashashin, maybe he's a Cabal, just a Cabal guy from the Order. She just... Oh, Cartian. I think it could be at the end of all ruin. I shall be there waiting for you. This sounds like Hadoomish thing. Let's read the entire thing, because I couldn't, the visuals were so much I couldn't. Can you hear it, Oedana? The requiem of light swells over ever higher. Before the fate's trial, I face my own folly. Before the Holy Creed, I wrestle with doubt. Before the Holy Creed, I wrestle with doubt. Before the betrayal sting, I delivered judgment. Before the betrayal sting, I delivered judgment. Before the truth yet to know, I stand unwavering. Forget not. At the end of all ruin, I shall be there waiting for you. At the end of all ruin, I shall be there waiting for you. Talks about betrayal. The sound of that man speaking with the echo at the end. I don't know who that can be speaking, but holy moly. You guys, I'm not sure you guys completely understand what I'm going through here. And I know you guys don't know. I'm pretty sure you guys don't understand what I'm going through. Jordine looking like this is first and foremost very epic, and I have no idea what caused the transformation. We're gonna see that in Edania. Wait, who's that woman here? First, you guys need to understand, this is a character from 2000 and... I mean, in reality from 2016. This is Enslar. We've known of her for 10 years. And it's been 10 years ever since we know what happened of her. Enslar is not a nobody. You need to understand, this is not a brand new character right now. This is 10 years of lore and world building for us to finally see her, and she is flying. First, her looks are not lore accurate, but there will probably be a reason for it. Enslar has this long, luscious red hair. And the Valkyries dye their hair red because they wish to look like her. They're obsessed with her. The fact that she flies like a Valkyrie and just the way she charges is fascinating. This is so good. This is brand new piece of content that PA are doing over here with Rosaka. Courser's mom, bro. Courser's mom. Do you guys understand that? Courser's mom. It is so good. It is so good. Now, we're not... They explicitly said that she is not Courser's mom, but she's like the beginning of the heritage of Courser's mom. She's like the queen of the merfolk. And you have no idea also who this is, do you? Cartian is one of the most iconic, again, a character from 2016, almost 10 years past since her inception as a character. She is the maternal figure. She is the maternal figure of the sorceresses. The same way how Anslar is the maternal figure of the Valkyries. Cartian is the founder of Tarif. Her Black Spirit and her connection and understanding of the Black Spirit is unmatched. Cartian reached immortality without herself being in the need of a Black Spirit. She is such a crazy character in the lore and mythos. She is Elezra's upbringer in a sense. She is her companion. In a sense. Not even in a sense, she was her companion, and then we don't know what happened between her and Elezra, but Cartian discarded herself, her Black Spirit. And under the Letusha, Nusa, whatever that tree name was in Tarif, underneath she sealed her powers, or her knowledge within a dark book, and her Black Spirit was basically guarded. And she wouldn't be reprimanded for cutting the tie with the Black Spirit. This is her importance, how big she actually is. And she has this weird black star staff, and it seems like this is a black stone in the middle of it, and she breaks it as if she breaks the black star staff in a sense. And she looks astonishing. She looks astonishing. She gets those extra like talismans on her sides, and she continues to just push out void magic because of course it's Cartian. And this individual entity thing is none other than Kefris. Kefris, who is the pinnacle of Video's lore and the story, guys. Why does he look like this? I have no idea. He is an elf in the lore. This is probably a transformation. In the leaks, it was stated that we're going to be fighting two versions of Kefris. His elvish form and a beast form. I guess this is the beast form, and they're just showing that to be a little bit more epic. Or I'm not sure why they're doing it. We don't know. But this is... It's Orwin's dad, just so you guys know. This is Orwin's father. But he doesn't look like this. Kefris' visuals are specific. You know, he is an elf. So we're not sure how this is, but holy moly. Let me just... Wow. I don't know what to say about all of this. I don't know what to say about all of this. It is so much. It is so much. Oh, let's see what we can do here. I guess the coupon should be working. I guess the coupon should be working. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Gods above almighty. Let's see, did I even get anything good? Nothing so far for today, that is. Let's go into my mystic. See what we can do with all that. Crownstones are indeed being saved for sovereign sub-weapon. Yes, all of it. All cronstones up until the release of it. So I have a C14 Caphras mover. I need to figure out how exactly to continue with my Sovereign offhand, honestly. But the big thing is it possible even to get all the Tets up until the release? Oh, I need to double check how precisely what, where, and when, because Jesus, it has been so much. Okay, let's see, what do we get? Advice of Vox 300. We get J Special Scroll, 10 of those. Hold on, let me just get the audio up. We're getting a weapon exchange coupon box, a sub-weapon exchange, this is for the other, a 250 stack on top. Jay's Hammer of Loyalty 1, Jay's Hammer of Loyalty 2, Jay's Hammer of Loyalty 3, 10,000 crons, and choose your ultimate box. Now, no matter how you look at it, the ultimate box for me needs to be for Karazad, so we're just gonna take that really quick for Karazad's. And it's gonna be Ancient Hammer. So we'll be spending all of those right now on clicks. So we need, need Chaotic Spheres. C20 Kutum seems easier than 2 black stars. I don't think so, actually. I don't think so. I'm gonna see precisely how to get it. I think, because it's gonna be, it's not just 2 Kutums, remember this. It's 2 Kutums and a gem, or a Kutum and a Nuver Kutum. Sorry, it's a black star, forgive me, 2 black stars plus a gem. It's a black star plus Nuver and Kutum C20, or it is a black star, 1 Nuver and, oh dude, what am I even talking about? As if we freaking know. As if we freaking know. Okay, hold on a minute. First thing that I'm gonna do is... Bro, there's so much content from this to the point where I just don't even know. I just don't even know. I have so much work to do. I have so much work to do. You need to understand. I'll be putting a video out, 2 videos out a day. Alright, let's just go through this. 315 stack, 559. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Boom. Let's see if I get it. Nope, failed. Failed. Now, we need to get... Start tapping the armor. We have 3 clicks. We have 3 clicks. So it's 315. 6.5%. Click 1 didn't go. Click 2. Didn't go. And last click, 315. This is the last click, guys. And... Oh! Actually! Yo! Yo, this is great! Holy! Holy! Okay, I'm excited. That's good. Oh, that was really good. That was really good. Now, where's my horse? Where's my horse? Let me just go repair, because I need to go repair. I'm happy. I got 3 gear scores today. And I will be able to transfer my weapon, I guess. Hold on, we need not this, we need this. God, I need a holy moly, it's gonna be like at least 10 videos before I exhaust Heidel Bowl. Do you understand that? Why am I here? What am I even doing here? Recover max durability. Give me all that. Give me all that. How does this... I told you, I don't even know how Ted looks. I don't know. Oh, let's see. Oh, nice shining. The thing in the middle. Okay, so oh wow. Well, I am the torso-less horseman. Why did it bug like this? Oh, okay, it's not just torso, my entire body is gone. It recovered itself. Okay, so we got gains today, finally. We got gains today. Look at my gear. Look how much evasion I have unbuffed. Look at that. And how much evasion I have unbuffed. Jesus, I have so many videos to make. I have so many videos to make. I have a video for every single boss to make. I have to make a recap of everything that's been done. I gotta talk about just general reception, so this is like 7 videos so far. I'm gonna make definitely a couple of shorts. I'm gonna upload the reaction of me watching the trailer. Oh my god, guys, this is so many things. So many things to actually go for. Okay, so we got a Tet, which is cool. We got a Tet, which is cool. A Wailing Fallen God armor. This is nice. This is nice. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna let you go. It's been 3 hours, almost 4 hours since we started the stream. There's loads to unpack, so many theories, lore, just general recaps, new classes, Wukong, I totally forgot even about those. Just crazy things, guys. Crazy things. Alright. Mwah. Love you to death, everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel and this verdict experience. Throughout the next 2 days, I'll be spamming you with content like no tomorrow. You might get a little bit annoyed by me, but remember, I do it for good reasons, so yeah. Love you guys. I'm dropping it. I'm dropping the stream. Love you. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye. See you guys. I love you. Love you so much.